there with that light.
Okay.
So bright.
Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? Kim always wants me to turn the lights on, so I remember to turn the lights on. Now she says it's too bright. So I don't know what happened, but she's fussing around with the light. But she'll be here. Well, you can see her here, but she'll be over here. So who's on time? Let's see. Buddy Carafano, Colby Queso, Dean Stevenson, Tom Anderson. All right,
Hey,
on
everybody.
time. And we had kind of a busy day here for us.
Sure did.
Is it D-Man or Demand? Demand. He's Demand. Oh man, I left Kim at home, which is, I don't usually do that. Drove up to the store, the little local grocery store. Right after it got dark, which I don't usually like driving at dark. But up there, I was on a road with no traffic, so I leaned on the horn. Man, it sounded like a 60s car, maybe a little louder than that, but man, it was pretty good. I mean, it was really good.
Oh, so, Buddy Carafano got the 9 o'clock timestamp. Congratulations, you get 4 points. The rest of the people who have commented in chat get 3 points.
What was that?
That was a phone.
That kink out there? It sounded like something was outside the door. I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's just the wind. It's breezy out there.
It's breezy? Okay.
Yeah.
Subaru, add for me. Wonder what that means.
It means I'm supposed to bring the Subaru in here and get it working again. That could happen, maybe.
Well, here,
maybe someday.
We got a line of cars out there that are that are all run. I know they run because she drove them over there and parked them in a line that's neat and clean. Because we had cars like parked everywhere. It looks like a junkyard.
Chaotic, yeah.
But man,
I've seen junkyards that were organized better than this was.
The Island Punch.
D-Man says it's cold, rainy, and windy here. Here it is 70 degrees.
It is 70 degrees right now.
All natural in the dark, and it's windy, but it's not rainy. It's very pleasant still.
This stuff's blue.
Crash Runner is here. Good, welcome in. Dean is here. Tom Anderson, Colby Queso. Barrow's Garage is in the house, so we do have a moderator, so you need to be on behavior or else you'll get scolded. D-Man liked the horn video. Thank you again for the horn. They sound crisp.
Well,
it sounds really good.
Outdoors on the road, they sound like a 60s car that's on the... They really sound good. And they're not too harsh, but they are definitely will alert people. Inside here, they're too loud. Inside a metal building, it's like, whoa. I don't think Kim liked that a lot when I leaned on the horn in here. But.
And so we moved the Dakota. We moved both full-size Dodge trucks. There's a white truck and a green truck. The white truck, I fixed the oil pressure problem. I put new rod bearings in it and a new oil pump in it like a year and a half ago. And because the pickup screen had been clogged with the gunk because someone did not maintain the engine properly. And so I did all that work and put it together. It still didn't have oil pressure. But like dummies, we were trying to do two things at once. And I had taken some of the rocker arms off, and I didn't realize that it is hydraulic lifters because it's a Magnum engine. It's hydraulic lifters and it's roller rockers. Well, anyways, the rockers got pushed up because the push rods weren't holding them down with spring pressure. And when they came up, so they opened up the oil pressure to, atmosphere. So all the oil pressure was immediately running out of the engine, and so I didn't have oil pressure, and I didn't know that's why. So I fixed it. It does have 40 psi of oil pressure cold, and it maintains pressure now, and it runs just fine.
You fixed the oil pressure, and you weren't trying to fix oil pressure. It just happened.
Well, I figured it out because I've been working on engines, and now I understand why it didn't have oil pressure. Before, I just thought the bearings were completely blown out of it. And they are, but it does run.
Oh, that thing runs good. Clogged. No time to blame the Dutch.
Yes.
What?
35 and raining in Boston. Well, that's what you get for living in Boston.
Boston's kind of like that, isn't it? Man.
She jumped when she was filming. Oh my gosh, when when I was sitting here and I just about jumped out of my skin. They're loud. 70 degrees does not allow even firing impulses, Kimbergini. I have no idea what
We,
that means.
you know what? Earlier today, Mexican Spec had his live going, which I wanted to attend, but it was 76 degrees here. It was so nice out, and we had things to do, so we missed most of his live. But we got a lot done. Just getting a yard straightened out and mowing a bunch of grass. She had a trailer over there with the
Yeah.
whatever Z car that is, 300 ZX.
We got the Bronco II, and we pulled it around the shop down into the valley where the tree row, the row of shame where we leave things, and I've had the trailer parked down there for a year. And we hooked it to the Bronco II, and it was all sacked out in the back, and I put it in reverse, and I backed the trailer out of the hole with that Bronco. It works really good. So now the Z car's up out of the valley, and I'm
Well, and it'd been sitting there for a while, so all this grass has grown up into it, which that looks terrible, you know. A vehicle sitting there looks bad, but a vehicle with grass all grown up into it, that just looks like junk. So she moved that out of there. I mowed everything everywhere that's mowed. All the cars were lined up. They all run, so we can just pull the cars forward and mow there and then pull them back. And I don't think we'll get any complaints. I mean, we never had complaints, but I don't want to start getting complaints because then you're in trouble. Okay, let's see. Barrows, what's he saying? I'll beat on you like
I watched his short or his video. He was trying to get the locking pin for the spider gears out of a 12-bolt rear end. Somebody had welded it, and they welded that. So he's like,
there's a bolt that holds it. Why would somebody weld that?
Well, they welded the spider gears, and they got weld all over everything, and he's trying to take it apart. I feel for you, because that would be miserable. Honestly, to me, that's just like a, that's junk. Let's find another one. But I understand trying to reuse things.
That's what everybody says. Not everybody. That's what a lot of people say.
Can't you just
find another one? Just find a new one.
Luis, congratulations. Luis says this is the best day of his life.
Well, good. What happened?
Met a voice actress.
I met
It is very fun to meet famous or interesting people. So I'm glad that you had a good day.
Oh, there's Mexican Spec. I don't know if you heard what I was talking about, Mexican Spec. It was, I think, 76 degrees here. It was just beautiful outside, and we had a lot to do, so I didn't attend I think you came on late, actually, because we were out here working for hours, and we went in there. I was surprised you were still on, but you'd only been on, I don't know, less than 2 hours when I came in, so I think you started late, but I'm not sure.
George Daly is here. He says, my brothers call me Mo. So, hey, Mo. Welcome in.
Mo.
Mexican
go in and change your, this suggestion, you don't have to do it. Go in and change your handle, which you can do every 2 weeks, so I don't suggest doing that, but go in there and change it to something like George Daly, Mo, and we can remember. We'll read it every time.
If you want.
Yeah, if you want.
So, good to see Barrows. It's good to see you making some content and getting some stuff done. I know you've been real busy with work.
Man, we've got the Valiant behind us. Yeah, Mo Daly. Mo Daly. What? Mo Daly. Okay. I'm trying to figure that one out. Oh, like George Daly, like Mo Daly. Let's see. The Valiant's behind us, or Daily Mo. Yeah, whatever. Get rid of those silly numbers and or do like Mark Sauvé does and put an underscore and put, like he puts Sauvé, so you know how to pronounce his name, so you don't call him Suave. So, because it's almost spelled like Suave. But
Tavo is here. Tavo, look what we got.
Tavo, yeah, look what's in the shop. And just before we came up here, I was looking for all those pictures you sent. I found most of them. There's some pictures you sent that I couldn't locate quickly, but they're Ute pictures. I want to do things a little differently than the Australian Ute, but I don't know we don't have the green screen here, but I want to show these pictures, but then I want to point at the pictures. I don't know how to do that here.
Oh, we don't have the green screen.
We don't have the ability to do that. Let me see if I can, I'm going to just move this over.
Yeah, just move that over.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do before I move that over? Before I move that over, is this working?
Mexican spec says please take the
Oh,
side markers off so they don't get damaged.
yeah,
All
I saw
right.
that. Okay, yeah, we'll probably pull the taillights out and yeah, we'll be taking a lot of that stuff off. But anyway, there's the second camera, so you can see it. Uh, okay, I'm gonna.
I pressure washed it so it wasn't covered in moss.
Oh my God, I don't know what
Filthy.
falls out of oak trees, but it just makes this muck all over every car, and you can take hot soapy water and a scrub brush, you can't get that crap off. And she takes a pressure washer and gets it off, but got to be careful. It'll start
It's
taking
tough.
paint off.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Okay, I got to find this file.
Barrow says he got lucky. He was able to save it. I'm glad to hear that. Explodes with the... Oh, the oil explodes with the heat. Yeah, you got to be careful with
Oh, Ray's
a
here.
torch and stuff like that.
I just glanced over
Welcome
there.
in, Ray.
I just glanced over there and saw him, but oh, what's he saying? 65 Plymouth Fury? What, the yellow car? Nope, 1972 Plymouth Valiant. But if you look, if you do searches, you'll see in Australia and you may have them in South America. The Ute, it's like a little pickup truck that's like this Valiant, and we intend to make this into one of those. I'm trying to find.
And 38 Racing says he was just shot a get it started video on an engine that has sat for 10 years or more. Well, congratulations. Thinking of putting it up full length. Well, do what you can. I don't know. Edit it or put it up full length. Whatever you think works.
Well, there's this. That isn't what I was after, but I got it there. Okay, I'm going to swoop this out of the way.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Are you already
I'm
tired?
No, I'm just needed extra oxygen. I am excited to be here because
you got your caffeine?
Yeah, I had some caffeine.
Okay. Where the heck is my
D-Man says I used to see those Valiants all the time, and they were always that Valiant green. Yeah, the green was a very popular color. Can I
Keller.
Can I resend the email, Buff?
Oh, just wait. You know what happened was I tried to do it.
He sorted through it. He's good.
You know what happens when you try to do things in a hurry? It doesn't work. I grabbed a lot. I just couldn't send it all up here quickly enough. So, no, I have them. Where the hell is my Gmail? Right there. Because I sent all this stuff up here. Let's see what I sent up. I got a lot of stuff from Tavo here. Okay, so now this is probably good enough to understand some of it.
Yeah, go ahead and just now go to the other other screen.
Which is where?
Right there. Just click that. There you go. Now go to Google window. Bang. Now go to the left where it says window capture. Sorry guys, this is technical stuff, but just
it's down here.
Yep, window capture, and then underneath where you pick the camera, it says Chrome. Nope, up. Okay, underneath this little window. Don't click on this window. This little arrow
okay,
here.
let me move that over.
Yeah. There you go. Go down to notepad.exe, and that will.
No, that's not what I want. Because I got the notepad.
Okay, go up to the email.
Okay.
Now they can see it.
They can see what I see right here?
Yes.
Okay, so if I move, I can't move that.
No, what we'll have to do, look, now that it's up, hit this again.
Well, I can just do this. I can come over here. Bug in my face. Well, that's enough, I guess, so that we can see it. Too many buttons. Too many buttons.
Let me run the buttons.
No. I got it. I got to learn how to do this. Okay, there. So this is what a Ute looks like. Well, in fact, there's Tavo's Ute, the blue one. that
With the
has the
trailer.
car trailer behind it. Man, is that a nice car trailer? You got a good car trailer, man. So that one, you can see the taillights are different down under, and this has the Australian nose on it, but it's a 4-door body. It has the 4-door doors, which is good because it's a 4-door. And then you can see. Can they see this cursor?
No.
They cannot see my cursor.
I think there's a way to set it up like that, but I wouldn't want to try and do that while we're on live
Okay.
stream. So
you see the pillar. I don't know. I guess that's a B pillar that's behind the door. You see the door open. That the back pillar, I guess you call it. I want to make that a little bit more curvy, so it isn't quite so abrupt. And then I gotta go back to my email again. I'm sorry, everybody. This is really clumsy.
Click that so it's not the full screen. Click right here.
I don't want to click that. I want the full screen.
But you're not even looking at the full screen anyway.
Okay, I gotta find what I gotta find.
All right.
Okay. So now.
There you go. That's much better. Now you can have them both.
Okay, now you see how the El Camino, it's not so abrupt. That pillar swoops back a little bit. I kind of want, maybe not quite as much as the El Camino, but I want a little curvature there. I don't want such an abrupt. So
we're not trying to make a clone or like an exact copy of the Ute. We have this car, and we want to make a Ute tribute kind of thing. And
so everybody's talking about something else. We got to pay attention to this too.
No, we don't.
The lake has the tire burnout. Oh yeah, it does. A Ute Camino. Yeah, well, I just you could probably use the very end of the sedan roof buff and make an infill. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. We got plenty of sheet metal around, so I just want to make it so it's not so square. Although it's not square, I just don't want that abrupt angle back there. I want a little bit of a swoop to it, but maybe not quite as much as the El Camino. So anyway, that's kind of why I got these pictures here. What else have I got?
And the thing of it is, it's not going to happen instantly. It's going to take us a little bit of time. So as we go, we're going to look at what we like and don't like and what we want to do and adjust our plans. But we just wanted to show you like sort of what it might be like so that you could understand where we're going with it and where, what actually exists over in the Aussie market.
UTG 2-door post door, but with the Aussie Ute sedan top to the door. I'm trying to understand that. A UTG 2-door post door, but with the Aussie. Yeah, because the Aussie Ute is oh no, it's not a 2-door. The Aussie one is a 4-door door. It's the short door. It's not the long door like UTG did. Oh God, itch. Something itches here. I got this, whatever itches, it's bugging the shit out of me. I should have wiped some medicine on my face. So anyway, Ute B pillar is the same part as a sedan. UST has sheet metal added behind it. Oh, okay. Or maybe means UT. I don't know what that means. Take your measurements to you pull it, salvage charge. You might find something that will work. Oh, we got sheet metal here. I know what I'm going to do. I think I'm okay there. There's Tavo sent me a bunch of dimensions. He sent me a lot of dimensions. So my main concern with that back thing is my seats. I'm going to bring this back up. My seats recline a little bit because I put some bucket seats in there that are not Valiant seats. They recline a little bit, and I don't want them to smash into the window, but they don't have to recline very far. But I'll probably make that a little bit longer so my head doesn't hit the window, And then I'll swoop that like this. It'll come down and swoop out just a little bit instead of being abrupt, So I don't know. That's kind of what I want to do. But I'm not Chip Foose. I don't make perfect drawings of everything exactly the way it's going to be. I kind of do it as I go, and I got a pretty good idea. More like Bad Chad. He just kind of builds as he goes, and that's kind of what I plan on doing. But I got a pretty good idea in my mind what I'll do.
I'm just happy we're finally going to do something custom because we have been just fixing cars the whole time.
There's a mouse running around behind us.
Is there really? Did you guys see the mouse?
Did you guys see the mouse running around back there?
Do we really have a mouse running around?
He ran from over here to over here, and then he ran back over here. Of course, he could be a she.
Oh, the mouse.
We got a mouse.
It lives in this Craftsman.
Don't tell him. I hate mice in toolboxes. Is that the Valiant in the garage? Yes, it is. This is the Valiant in the garage that we sounds real noise. Find window and frame for it to blend in. Yeah, you know what? The window on the Australian one looks like absolutely flat. So we may just make it flat. Or I may we got windows around here. We got lots of glass.
We had that cab from that Ford Ranger might go.
Yeah, so
it has real nice slide window and stuff like that. That might be, but it depends on the size. We got to really do some measuring.
If we make just a pattern, we can have a piece of flat glass cut. So that's, I can't suggest a bunch of money, but I don't know what it costs to have a piece of flat glass made anymore. Everything seems expensive, but anyway, what is this? They're talking about something. I have no idea what's going on.
They're talking about all the stuff. They like being here just so they have something to say.
Lawyer and gathering evidence and stuff. It's like, what is going on?
I don't know. They're having fun. As long as they're enjoying themselves, I don't care.
Oh, he says, I was thinking that you might find a window in the frame for it to blend in. Yeah, I also thought about using the window that's there, but it's got kind of a weird curve. I thought about flipping that window around backwards to make it curve backwards, kind of like like the last generation of El Caminos, but that window's a little on the big side, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see how it goes. Snakes eat the mice here. Yeah, and I got rid of the snake. We took the snake for a long ride and put him near the river where there's water going by and there's plenty of food, mice and stuff out in that field. But he's not going to come back here. It's too far. Dean says only the wheelbase is longer. Oh, Tavo sent me which is longer, the 4-door or the Ute?
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Yeah, maybe somebody can send me the wheelbase differences. Yeah, Gearhead says that's a good idea, flipping the window. Yeah, except it's a little bit big. Danny Boyd's here. Hey, how you doing?
Because it's leaning like this. So if you laid it flat, it's going to get really big. And then the bed is going to sit high because of the floor pan over the rear axle. So the bed's going to have to sit on top of that. So the bed's going to sit high. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a bed that's only 6 inches deep underneath the glass.
Well, if the bed's not so deep, it's not so deep. What am I going to use it for? I'm going to put a can of gas or something back there so I can go to the gas station and have a gas inside the car. Things like that. I mean, if we got to haul a big piece of plywood or something, we'll take one of the big vans, where you can keep the plywood dry. And they got, like my van's, a 12-foot bed in there. Mark Sauvé says, what if you cut the roof, keep the C-pillar and move it forward, and then use the triangle window from the rear doors to complete it? Well,
we've looked at that.
Or just add some sheet metal in there. And moving that window forward is not a bad idea because then we've got the right curvature of the roof and everything. And that's a real good suggestion there. That's a really good suggestion.
I've looked at it and
I could still make it swoop. That would actually be a good idea. And I've talked about on my list. I even have on the list to cut the window out with all that, so we have it. So. Yeah. That might work really well.
Well, the problem is, though, that ends up being that long behind the window. That's pretty long.
Okay.
I don't know if the proportions are going to work.
There's disagreement here about the wheelbases. So, where is my... It's always right here in front of me.
The red one underneath the thing? It's right there. I could see it.
I do not see it. Oh, yes, I can't see it. Okay, we are going to go measure the wheelbase because they're all disagreeing about what the wheelbase is. Tavo says they're both, the Ute and the sedan, are both 108. Dean says the US sedan is 111. So right square in the middle of the wheel, straight down from the spindle. Okay, right there. It is 108. Let's do it again just to make sure. It is 108. So this one is 108 inches. I think my guess is I think the Dodge Dart was 111 and the Valiant was 108 is what I remember, but I could be wrong about that too. Dean says US Valiant went 111 and 68. Well, this is a 72 and it's 108. So you didn't take a section out of my tape measure, did you? Did you take a 3-inch section out of my tape measure?
No, I took 2 inches out. Why? Okay,
Mexican spec says the wheelbase for 72 Plymouth Valiant is 108 inches. That's what we just measured. I wish my Ute had removable rear glass. Oh, do they make a kit like that with a sliding glass, like a pickup truck? Because here in the U.S. you can buy sliding glass for them, but I don't know if they have that there. Dean goes, I was clearly wrong. And he goes, yeah, but the Dart is 111. Yeah, that's kind of what I remember was 111 and 108.
We don't got a Dart.
We don't have a Dart, but we could be like Jamie and put a Dart front end on it. You know what I wish I had is this. Where is that? I'm gonna see if I can find this. Oh, there is such good stuff that you get down under that we don't get. Man, I just ran my mouse into something. It wouldn't work. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, nope, not that. I'm looking for pictures that I don't see.
And most everybody knows, but if you weren't watching, 2 years ago we built a brand new drivetrain for this vehicle.
Oh yeah,
it runs and drives really reliably.
Kim's in there taking stuff apart. I guess. Man, I can't find the pictures I'm looking for. Oh, I don't know. I can't find pictures quickly. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I kind of like the front on like Tavo's Ute. His light blue Ute, I really like the front sheet metal on it, but we can't get those here, so yeah, such is life. We're gonna use what we got. It'll look like a Valiant. It'll look like a US Valiant, and it'll be left-hand drive, of course, and so it won't be an exact duplicate of a Australian Ute, but it'll be basically the same kind of thing.
It'll be it's just a tribute. This is not the greatest song in the world. This is just a tribute.
I'm sorry, I'm missing a bunch of chat, but Ray says, Buff, if you were to stand the OE window up some, you could take a page from GM and make a cover panel over the bottom to make it appear shorter. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, like when they used to chop tops on cars, and they didn't know what to do with the windshield, so they'd stick the windshield way down by in front of the firewall, and then just build a firewall around it. Leave the windshield down, tucked into the car. Yeah, you could do something like that, I suppose.
Yeah.
Granddad Shug says, what are your plans for the Mighty Valiant? Okay, Granddad, you just came in. Here in the U.S., we never got the Ute, the little utility pickups, and but we got Ford had the Ranchero, Chevrolet had the El Camino, but there weren't anything back then with these. So we're gonna make a Ute out of it. We're gonna make it into a Ute. I mean, we've got a pickup bed outside, so we'll use that, the interior of the pickup bed from what's that pickup bed from? Ford Ranger or something? I don't know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just the floor and the sides, the interior sides. And we'll have to trim to fit. But I measured it, so it's pretty good. I think I'd rather see a 63 nose on Jamie's Barracuda. You know what? See, Kim really likes the 66 noses, so she's got a 66 dart. Now, when I saw Jamie's, I thought that looked so good because I had never seen it until he showed up at No Name Nationals. It's like, God, does that look good? I mean, there's the original Challenger that they never made. What's that? The Barracuda, but a Dodge. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, I'm bleeding on my neck. I sure am. Let's see, where is that? I can't.
Are you leaking again?
Ah, yeah, they notice my neck is leaking.
In the winter, his skin gets
in the wintertime, I just struggle with skin breaking out, and I'm wiping creams and stuff and prescription stuff, and it's just miserable. And the older I get, the worse it gets. So I just got to deal with it. Let's see. I'm sorry, I got some blood dripping. I think it stopped. But I'm not sure. And it's on both sides, so I never know which side's bleeding.
He's very self-conscious about it, so thanks for bringing it up.
Well, when we do the lives in the studio, right under here, it shows so badly that I'm wiping makeup all over me before we go on the lives, because just the way the lighting is, that stuff really shows, and I hate it. But here in the shop, it's like, the lighting isn't as good, and it works. Kim's already tearing it apart.
Well, I don't know. How long you want to talk about it?
Yeah, Tavo says I'm leaking hydraulic fluid, and Danny Boyd says it's diabetes. You know, I don't know. You know, my son is 43. My oldest son is 43, and he's had this same thing for several years. So he got it way younger than I did. I didn't get it until I was in the in my 60s, and I feel bad for him because he's got it worse than I do already.
He's got good methods for it, though.
Yeah. But do you have a humidifier in the house? No, I hate humidity, and that's part of it. Is I came from the Southwest where it's dry and nice, and I'm already over humidified out here. But yeah, in the wintertime, the humidity starts going down, and I think that's what does it. But that's why I can wipe stuff on me and regular lotions don't work because they're full of alcohol and it evaporates off quickly. So you got to keep putting more on, So you got to get stuff it's a medical thing. Hey, Studio 4124V4Q. Bed bug bites? No, they're not bed bug bites. It's a skin problem. In wintertime it hits me so hard. In the summertime it actually kind of heals up, and it's the humidity, I'm sure, I don't know if you can open them in the shop. Oh, you just sent me a picture. Okay, I'm going to have to look. I sent you a drawing of what my idea would look like. I'm aware you can't look at garage. I can, but I got to kind of take myself away from here. Yeah, Studio 4124. Welcome. I haven't seen you before, so welcome to the chat. Danny Boyd says hair conditioner. Oh man, I get this stuff breaks out all in my scalp, and the doctor prescribed some wet stuff. So put that in there and rub it in your hair. It'll help it heal up. That stuff's like magic, man. But she goes, don't put it anywhere else. Yeah, okay. So I put it in my hair. In 2 days, it's cleared up. But the rest of me doesn't clear up that quickly. So I don't know. I don't know why I can't put that stuff all over me. That stuff's like magic, man. Josh Holman's here. Good evening.
Hey, Josh.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of move to another page here so I can check my email. Oh man, there's a whole bunch of emails here. Let's see here. Oh, what is this? Oh yeah, you chop. I see what this is. Who did this? This is I just looked at it now. I don't know what the heck I got here. Stand by. Oh, this is This is from Tavo. I'm going to try to show this while I'm on here. You know, up there in the studio, we can do this picture thing really fast. Here, I got to work at it a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, there's what Tavo sent, and you can see what he did. He sort of photoshopped it. I'm thinking about that, but I wouldn't use that triangle window. I'd probably, I don't know if I'd want that window there. Just make it a big swoopy thing back there. I don't know. That's really interesting thing. Makes it kind of a short bed, but it looks okay. I don't know. That's a good picture though. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to get my a lot of buttons and switches here to do this. Okay, let's see. What else do I have? And then Mark Sauvé sent me something. Oh, he basically sent the same thing. Only he did a drawing. Okay, now I gotta.
Yeah.
I'm a pushing buttons here trying to make this work. Okay, you can see what Mark Sauvé did. He did exactly the same thing, only he did it with a line drawing. But I don't know if I like that little triangle window. I might get rid of that and make it a. I don't know. That's kind of interesting.
It gets really long, and the proportions are not quite right.
Yeah, but we could shorten that, Kim. I think we could shorten that. I don't know. I'd like the idea though. But
yeah, it's definitely something to like consider.
But then, yeah, and then Barrows sent pictures. Oh, yeah, I've seen this car before. I'm going to show this, but it's not. This is a much newer car, and it's a completely different thing. But it shows it. I'm trying to manipulate all this stuff. It's kind of hard. What did I do? What did I do? Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. But that's not the same car. Okay. Anyway, I'm back. JB's Little Shops here. Man, I'm not paying attention to chat. I'm sorry. I'm doing other things. Have you tried O'Keefe's hand and body lotion to your head? Man, I've got prescription stuff. And at this point, I'm doing what the doctor says and using what the doctor says. Because then, when it does fail, she knows what's the next step is. So, I'm trying to not use home remedies right now. She has me coming in every 90 days and working at it. So, yeah. D-Man says that's a Dodge Stratus. Mark Sauvé says, drawing I found that I could work with. Okay. Tavo, if you stand the glass up just a tad, it won't be as steep nor have to be as long. Yeah. And I might be able to pull it further forward than that. Ray says, if you went without that quarter window, you could bring the rear roof section forward. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Danny Boyd, use the C-pillars and rear glass, but cut it up so the glass is closer. Yeah, I don't know if I want to make it straight up. I don't know.
It seems like a lot of people are really enjoy the idea, the thought experiment. So
and that's the other thing. I've got Mexican Spec says I got the reclining seat, but if that window up at the top, the seat might not recline. I just don't want to be clobbering my window or my head on the window. But with the way it is, there's some room for some adjustment. And we're going to leave the seat in there at first, but when I start welding, those seats are coming out of there. Because I want to fit it with the seats, but once we fit it and decide how it's going to be, the seats are coming out because the seats are pretty good. They're really nice, and I don't want to spatter them all up with welding berries and stuff, or put something over them and then catch whatever it is on fire, Let's see, and then Luis is saying, oops, I don't know what was going on there. Oops. He wants room for his, reclining seat, 10-4 buff.
I don't know if we're going to be able to recline those seats very much.
No, just a little bit. See, I don't like sitting bolt upright. I like one notch back, just so it's not so upright. And here's what happens. I got really short legs and a tall body. So my body's like a 6'2" guy, and my legs are like short, you know. So I like to slide the seat forward enough that I can touch the pedals. But then I'm way too close to the steering wheel. So if I go back one notch, I'm pretty comfortable. So I want to be able to do that. That's all.
We're gonna fiddle around and see what it works.
Let's see here.
Custom.
Slimo did called a Mexicana. I don't know about that. Just didn't get it. Okay, that's what Mexican Spec says. Let's see. D-Man says make it a 4-door and a truck. Yeah, make it a 4-door pickup, but a Ute. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. Oh no, our live just stopped. No. Why did this fail?
Give it a second. What's that?
Error. YouTube is not responding. Some open studio. You know what it does when it fails.
Okay. Just relax.
And they all okay, they say they're back, but I don't know.
It says it's streaming.
So we're streaming, but the error is still up there. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it's a minute for the error to decide if it's okay. I think it.
Okay, then Ray says, how about a wraparound rear window like a 58 or 59 and 60 El Camino? Yeah, I mean, that would look good, but where do you get that? I mean, that's an expensive piece of glass, too wide, and yeah, I don't know.
We could look.
I mean, that's a Lexan piece at that point.
Maybe. Yeah.
We still have an error message up, but it appears that we're streaming. I hate it when this thing starts to fail. Because sometimes I get one of these error messages and then the whole thing collapses.
Oh, look, I got
the live is still running, Buff. Okay, good.
Got the window thing out.
Okay, and Patrick Sullivan says I'm on potato quality. I'm sorry, something errored here, and I can't get rid of it. It appears we're streaming, but it also appears there's an error showing.
Yeah,
and I can't do anything about it, just wait it out.
Just wait it out. It'll be okay.
Um.
You might have to
Oh, now it sounds. They're saying the sound is out of sync. Just a stutter. Priest Monkey says hello from Minnesota. We got a lot of people in here. This chat's really scrolling fast. Audio's a little off time. I don't know. Now the error went away. The error sign just went away, so maybe it'll all match up again. I don't know.
Try not to get too...
Sometimes this happens.
Try not to get
out of my control. So, and Tavo sent another revised Photoshop, so I'm going to see what that is. Man, there's a lot of emails here. Okay, we're not going to do a lot of...
A lot of people are excited about the whole thing.
Tavo just sent one that's really looks good. But it is a little... Oh, I pushed the wrong button. There we go. Yeah, I mean, the picture's a little rough because he just cropped it all up. But that you got to see this, Kim. This is more what I have in mind, and then you could swoop it back a little bit. But that's the right idea.
Let's see. Yeah.
And see, maybe even back like another inch, and then just kind of curve that right there. And then we got to make that, we got to make that piece that goes back there so the pickup bed's a little deeper. But that really looks, it just pisses me off.
It's recording you. And you're swearing into the stream. You have to stop that. It's recording. Like, as soon as it reconnects, it's going to send.
It says reconnection successful, but then it's all drop frames.
I'm going to check.
Okay. Okay, it looks to me like it came back. Looks to me like it came back. Yeah, the ads still work. No shit. Oh, I don't know. Kim ran to the house to look, but I don't think she's there yet. And she didn't take the radios with her because she ran down there in a hurry. Didn't take the radio. Yeah, I can. As soon as I'm back, I can see the frames. But we had nothing for like 5 minutes. I had nothing but drop frames, and we lost. Tenny is stuck around anyway. Well, thank you. Really stinks because we had a really good live going, and then some technical BS, and it all goes to hell, you know. Now watch everybody saying goodbye. I still got a big old yellow error message across the thing, so I don't know what's going on. I don't think it's us. Yeah, it says fixed. Everybody's saying it's fixed. I didn't fix anything. It just started working. Who left, if you tell me? Well, we had like 30 people in here. Now we got 10. So, oh, we got more now. They're starting to pop back in. So I don't know. Yeah, we should do a live by phone. That'll work well. Mexican Spectre. Mexican Spectre? Well, Kim didn't take a radio, so I can't tell her she's down there. She'll probably shut the router off now. She'll recycle the router and then we'll go off again. I don't know. She took off in a hurry to go down there and left the radio sitting here, so yeah, I don't know. Patrick Sullivan's here. I keep posting a link for the channel and selecting AutoGo. Have you had issues all along? No, it has done this before, but it's not something normal. I mean, it's happened before, but you know, tonight's probably the worst. Well, no, one time it did it and it wouldn't recover, and we had to shut it off and restart the stream. Well, then it's a new stream, you know. Oh, Kim, I'm at the house and I see the stream is working. It is. As soon as you ran away from the shop, it started working very well. So it was you. It was you running to the house. That fixed it. Oh, did I find the radio? Oh, yeah, we did. We found the radio. It was one radio I had. The other one was lost. It was in the Bronco. Kim had moved the Bronco and it fell down between the seats. And then we went to No Name National and it was on. We went to No Name Nationals and came back. And it was like 10 days later we found it. It was still on. Of course, the battery was dead. So I thought, the battery's probably ruined now. We charged it up. Seems to work fine. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, is our it's always my fault. No, you fixed it by running down there. And you didn't take the radio. So I was wanting to yell at you, but I couldn't. And I was afraid you'd reset the router. so that would have shut us off. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I have no idea. Something happened. YouTube went nuts. Surprise, surprise. What is this? Dean Stevenson says some big long special executive corridor tourist co-export and reset. What the hell? Yeah, Ray says if you want, you could just blame me. I'm trying to remember where we were in the middle of our discussion. Something about the Ute. Blame me. Oh, I know what I was starting to say. What was, now I'm recovering what I was saying. I said, we get spoiled here because, we're people that don't have a lot of money. We're like operating on a real thin budget. Yet we can have a worldwide live, instant communication all around the world. And we get used to that. Then we get pissed off when it doesn't work, So, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't get pissed off when it doesn't work. Glitch in the matrix. That's it. We'll blame the matrix. Uh, put 2 more doors on the Valiant, make it a 6-door. Oh, then we got to buy doors. What, extend it out, made it like an airport limousine out of it. If we're going to do that, we got to make them, suicide doors. Put the hinges on the other side. Or do like a Tesla where the front doors are normal and the back doors are going. Can't believe they did that. Looks like wings. Can't believe they did that. I cannot believe they did that. That's the worst of 2 worlds. You open this door, and you get in and out. You open this one, you slam it into the car next to you. I thought about making it a station wagon, a 5-door hatchback utility, but that, I don't know. That's a lot of work. A little pickup truck would be nice. Yeah, the Valiant looks like a nice car. You know, the body's in pretty good shape. It's been crashed in one of the doors and repainted. It couldn't have been real bad because it's just somebody really pissed poor paint job on it. The paint's all cracked and everything. It was probably an accident from back when it was almost new. And the same thing with the hood. The hood was all full of Bondo, and that was all rusted under the Bondo, but it looked like 50-year-old bodywork. So I ground all that Bondo out and fixed it and painted the hood. The deck lid was smashed in the. It'd been rear-ended, but above the bumper, it just smashed the deck lid in. So we got that deck lid off. I bought it off somebody that had a 67 or a 68, and then we painted that and put it on. And so we got a good deck lid. Now I'm going to cut the deck lid and make a tailgate out of it. But Hippie Long's here. Hey, just popping in to say hi, doing a concert. Well, welcome, at least for a minute. Let's see. So yeah, and then the Valiant. We got this from Uncle Tony. Uncle Tony and a guy named somebody in here might remember his name. I can't think of it right now. They owned this together, so I got it from them, and Tony gave me his part of it. The other guy, I went paid him for his part of it. Got the title, put it in my name, and then I'm reading and trying to talk at the same time. I'll look away from the chat for a minute. And then Tony gave me some slant 6 parts, a whole lot of mismatched parts. So we built a slant 6 from that. We bought new pistons. We ended up honing the shit out of it. Probably, so our piston cylinder wall clearance is about 8 thousandths, but that's fine. The pistons or the cylinders are nice and straight, and we put cast iron rings in it. It runs really well. Kim ported the head. The head was from some other slant 6. Kim ported that head. We put that on there. It's got a Super 6 manifold, so it's a 2-barrel manifold. Got an Autolite 2-barrel carburetor on it. The thing, we hadn't run this thing in a year, and we went out there and just started right up. I pumped the gas like twice or something, and she poured gas in the carburetor to fill the bowl up. It just fired right up, and we drove it around. So we took it over by the pressure washer and cleaned it all off and brought it in here. So it's it's a pretty nice car. The interior's okay. The dashboard is okay. Kim took the cluster out, and you know how Chrysler products have the an ammeter up there, so they run everything through that ammeter. Well, we got rid of that, and Kim bought a voltmeter and put it in there. It's black background voltmeter. It looks like it belongs in there, so now there's a voltmeter in there instead of the ammeter. We don't have all that power running through the dash, so that part of it's okay. It has Tavo, just realized, Buff, you do have a piece of nice sheet metal correct gauge at the top of the deck lid. Oh, you're right. And there, see, I've got a 2010 Chrysler 300 out here that I got from Mopar Al. And Mopar Al took almost everything out of it. He took the floor out of it and it's just a Hulk. It's sheet metal. There's a lot of sheet metal there. I've got the, well, you know what we have. We have a water heater. We spread the sheet metal out from that. I've got other I got other pieces of sheet metal around. I mean, we got plenty of sheet metal. See, Dean Stevens or a Tesla style pickup with a Mangusta style 2-piece tailgate. Man, I was going to do an airplane like that, and just ended up not getting done. I was going to do a side by side. You know, I did that P-51 replica. I was going to use the P-51 wings, make it a wider fuselage, bring the top back like a '63 Corvette, but then make it open up like a Mangusta on the sides. But we ended up not doing that airplane. My boss thought it wouldn't sell very well, and we were knee deep in orders with the Mustang. So, what is this, Dean Stevens? It just filled the whole thing up. What are you saying, Dean? Like 100 pictures. I don't know what this is all about. Kim, I will be back up to the shop in another minute. Okay. So she's still at the house. Barrows, yeah, the amp meter on the Mopar is the fusible link for everything coming into the cabin. Amp CGP is the tachometer of all things. Yeah, well, we eliminated that problem on this. So this thing just has a voltmeter up there at the dash now. We don't have to run everything through there. That's ridiculous. I don't know. This is something they did back then. And, you know, when they were new cars, you know, Kim will bring sandwiches. No, I don't think so. She's got a bag of walnuts, though. She might bring the walnuts, because I saw her eating walnuts earlier. I don't know what else I was going to say, something about this. Oh, you know, they ran the ammeter through there, and they had the fusible link and everything. But, you know, when they built these cars, I can't imagine them sitting there going, well, you know, 55 years from now, when somebody's working on this, that fusible link's going to blow. These weren't meant to last 55 years. It's just they did, you know? So let's see. Yeah, so the original question is this a pretty nice car? Yeah, it's as far as older cars goes, it's really good. There's a rust spot in the floor that's about this big. I already cut a panel for it. When we have the seats out, we're gonna fix that. It's right where the clutch pedal would be, but there's no clutch pedal. It's right. I don't know why it's there, but there's a spot there. And there's a couple of spots of rust on the rear quarters where you can't quite see right behind the tires. I can fix that. Walnuts, like wallflowers. Walnuts, yeah, they're nuts that come from the wall. It's like that's where electricity comes from for charging electric cars. Electricity comes from the wall. It's free. It's no pollution from that. It comes from the wall. Let's see. Kim brings sandwiches. You know what? She had me. That's what I went to the store for. I bought bread. I bought a loaf of bread and some buns. She said she was going to make burgers, but she didn't make burgers. So I don't know. Maybe she'll make burgers later.
Let me go back to the house.
Well, and well, see, somebody here said, D-Man says Kim will bring sandwiches, and I said no. If anything, she'll bring walnuts. And Dean says like they come like wallflowers.
So I go outside. You're never going to believe this.
Okay.
I go outside. Some interdimensional tricksters are out there with disruptor rays, messing up.
Oh, it is Ray. It is Ray's fault. Disruptor rays.
Disruptor rays out there. But they see me and they run off. They're laughing, and I didn't chase them. But I don't know if they'll come back. They're probably done for the night. You know how those tricksters are.
Fords came into circuit breakers, 6-volt reducer and dash. Why they kept their gauges 6 volts beyond me? Yeah, I don't know either. But it sure makes things nice when you have a 6 volt, like a 55 Ford, and you make it into negative ground 56 Ford wiring or system. You can leave the same wires. You just have to change it. I don't know. I did that once. What a pain in the ass, actually. Granny, it's dead right, Dean, brother. The buggers are mad. D-Man, Kim, hold up your right arm and turn west. The internet stay on.
Right? It's like back when you had the antenna and you had to put tin foil on it and hold it with you'd be like, wait, okay, yeah, that clears the picture up. Stand there now. Here you go. Have a window. A tiny triangular
This is the window they want me to use back there, but I'm not going to use. I probably won't do that. I like this. I like the second thing Cavo sent with a shorter window, but maybe not quite that. Ooh, fix this. There, I fixed it. Okay, I got to tell something that happened out there at the test site with military drones. This is something I'm sure is not secret. It's just kind of funny.
It takes all the fun out.
You know, you got a drone out there way far away flying, and you got a big dish or a smaller dish, but you got a dish with some kind of radio waves going to the drone so you can control it. And it's up there on top of a building, and it turns like this and goes up and down, and there's some way that it makes it so it knows where to point where the drone is. But in the beginning, we didn't have that. So we had a guy standing out there with a post with a dish on it. It was kind of heavy. And he'd stand there and they'd go, turn to the right a little, all right, okay, up a little, down a little. And the flight's like an hour long. And that guy'd come in and his arms would be shaking from trying to hold that dish and aim it, you know. And then we finally got the thing that all works. But when I got there, I saw that. It's like, you got to be kidding me. And, you know, years later, we're laughing about it because it's so, you know, got the job done. Nobody would believe we were out there doing that. Oh, God. What is this? If God wanted the trees down, he would have sent the Tunguska event. Man, I've read books about that. And there's people that think it's a meteorite. There's people that think it's aliens. There's a crashed alien ship. There's so many theories about that event. It's crazy. I'm sure Dean knows about all of it. What is this? What is San Diego? Somebody said something. San Diego. I don't know what that's about. What city, Luis? San Diego. San Diego. Is that in Venezuela? A San Diego there? Or something? What are they talking about? I don't know. Dean Stevens says, I won't tell Bucktail Campo. Scout's honor. With the little Scout's honor. Sounds like blasphemy, but every car or truck I build, I totally rewire them with a 68 through 79 universal wiring harness with a blade fuse box. Super simple to diagnose and solid maintain. And you know, I did the thing about the circuit breakers, but the only breakers I'm putting in is I put a panel for circuit breakers. Okay. I put a little panel for circuit breakers for the things I'm putting in the console. I'm not replacing the fuse box. Not yet, but I guess I could. But that's a bunch of wiring. That's a bunch of work. But Luis went to Comic-Con in San Diego, California. Oh, cool.
Oh, he went to an event. That's where he
When? When did he do that?
Oh,
Man.
We don't know about those things too much.
Dean says you're not supposed to call your team hacks. Yeah, that's definitely hacks. Yeah, that poor guy. He was an older guy. He was, well, I was younger then, but he was probably in his late 50s, and they had him out there standing there holding that freaking dish for like an hour and yelling at him, you know, to aim better. It's like, are we really doing this?
Oh, yeah, they are. I cannot get this window out. Now I understand why people bust them.
Why they bust the windows?
Yeah.
You know, it gives you a real appreciation for hardtops that don't have the frame around them. Oh, you know those Rivieras, the first Rivieras, Kim, the 63s and 4s, maybe 65s. The outer sheet metal of the door unbolted, and that came off, so you could get the windows in and out real easy instead of being crimped and welded. You know where I learned that from? Just recently from Steve Maggs. He did a video on it.
Oh, I did see that.
And all these years, I never knew that. I would have been struggling like this, you know. Oh God, this stuff's blue fluid. I'm drinking blue fluid. What is this stuff? Some kind of powdered drink. I went up to the store and bought powdered drinks and tomatoes and bread and some buns and I don't know, just like a little short grocery run. But most of the reason I went up there was to drive my car and lean on the horn. I wanted to drive the car with my horn. Huh? Oh, I want to do both. You know, I want to drive my car a little bit, but I don't really want to drive it at night. You know, these people, all these bright lights. It's difficult. It's really difficult driving at night with these people that have out of adjustment headlights, or they don't dim them, or whatever they do. It's terrible. Washer fluid. Yeah, I'm drinking washer fluid. What is this stuff I'm drinking? I am so happy with those horns. No more wimpy horns. This is what I'm drinking. Even my right hand's a little shaky. There. Blue Ocean Breeze. Weiler's Island Punch. And it's, if I can get them out of the box, it's these little packets. Each one is for a bottle of water, you know? And they're, I was running out of my little packets, and I knew I'd want them for tonight. So. Add blue. See, I think there's some pepperoni and onion sandwiches going to be happening. Did I say something about that? Because I did that. Did I tell everybody I did that? DEF? No, I'm not drinking DEF fluid. That you're not going to. No, not that far. Nope. What color is DEF fluid? Does it have a color?
Blue.
I don't think so. Do cattle piss blue? That's all it is cattle urine, isn't it? You know, that's got to be a political thing. We got suckered. We, like everybody that drives a truck in the U.S., got suckered into buying very expensive cattle urine. Who got that through Congress?
Gentlemen.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we got to find a way to sell their piss.
They're laughing all the way to the bank.
They're laughing all the way to the bank. Yep. Very good. It says, I bought a packet of powdered water, but I don't know what to mix it with. I've seen that stuff. They have that, I think, on Amazon. Powdered water. Yeah, they do. What the hell do you mix it with? Yeah, what the hell do you mix that with? Powdered water?
Don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb?
Don't act brand new.
I could probably find it.
Pay attention to the show. Don't be looking up powdered water. Imaginary fluid.
Oh, I don't see it now. They had it. What the heck?
Scam alerted.
Scam alerted?
Scam alert. So dumb.
No, I don't see it anymore, but they did have it. Powdered water. I like this picture that Tahoe sent.
Yeah, I think that's it.
You know, that's pretty darn good. I'm going to show it again. Yeah, there. That's. You can see, hey, you can take the. Oh, I'm not going to read that. Powdered water. Yeah, just add water. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. What do you mix it with? Can you mix it with air or something and make water? Well, I've seen powdered water, and the other thing I've seen, like, God, what the heck else did they have? Other stupid stuff like that.
Oh, don't turn the stream into that.
What's that?
Come and help me or something. Don't turn it into a stream where we talk about
Powdered water. You're going to get mad.
Yeah, no.
Why? It's silly. Hey, Mopar K's here.
Yay, we're doing important stuff. Big things are happening.
Okay, so I'm going to take that picture away, go to dual cam, so you can see where Kim's over there. She got the back window out, I think.
Hey, here, I'll bring it.
Oh, you're going to change where the camera? Okay, I'll switch out till you're done.
Yeah, because I think I can unplug this for a moment.
Oh, it says dehydrated dihydrogen monoxide. Yep. Yeah, they had a couple of things. The dehydrated water. What else? Some other stupid thing.
Are we
It was man, I'm trying to remember what the other silly thing was. I don't know. They're all being silly. Powdered toast. Oh, egg-free eggs. But they might have that. Can you buy those? You know those egg things you buy, like they look in a milk container. Are those egg-free? Ah, there you go. See, that's where Kim's working right there.
Yeah, just be careful when you back up.
Don't back into the camera. I get it.
Don't hit the camera because it's expensive. It costs more than this car costs. Stupid camera.
Okay, so you wanted me to help. What do you want? You want me to start getting you tools or something, or what do you want? Or you just want me to shut up about the water? You don't like the water.
Well,
you don't like the silliness.
I don't know.
Well, somebody brought it up, and I said, "Yeah,
you're
I've
allowed
seen
it. I know,
I've seen it.
But we've been looking at pictures, but we're actually in the shop. It's time to actually start doing the project. So
she's upset with me because I'm misbehaving.
I'm not upset. All this time we've been building up to try and get to this, and I want you to participate. Don't forget, like, this is the time to do it. We don't come up here and work when we're not live.
What is this? Dean Stevenson says only 23. What will make up 34 or 91? I don't know what that's all about. Barrows, that darker green actually looks good against the yellowish interior. Yeah, you know what? I think that's a factory color.
Yeah, you could tell under the doors. That's the factory interior.
It's both. That's factory exterior color and factory interior color. Gee, man, I have some eggnog vanilla. What's vanilla? I don't know. Well, Mexican Spec says 2 more weeks until Thanksgiving. Are you ready for that? Hey, when I was in the store, they got turkeys in it. Man, do they have turkeys in the store. And then they have a sign up there that says they will cook your turkey and give you a bunch of stuffing, and they had some other things there for $80. And I thought, man, I'm not going to do that, but I'd never seen a store have a deal like that. What can you steal from that Valiant you take out? Oh, back window. Look at that thing. Look how big that window could be. Without that back piece. D-Man, I do a chicken for Thanksgiving.
Oh, there you
go. Hey, we got a window out. Okay, what are we going to do with this? That is curved. Look at that. That is curved. I didn't know that glass was curved. It looks flat. Okay, Kim, now I have a piece of glass. I'm going to set it here. I think it's not going to fall.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Okay, it's there for right now. Mexican Spec says there is no Thanksgiving there. Yeah, but you probably have Mexican holidays that are something.
Don't you have a turkey day?
You have a turkey day? Just a turkey day? Comes time to disconnect the existing sheet metal. There's a lead-filled factory seam level with the lower end of the drip rail. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. You know all about that one, don't you? Patrick Sullivan, ham is my choice for turkey day. I don't know what we do. There's only two of us. You can't cook a turkey for two people. You'd be eating turkey for a month. Turkey will go bad before you finish it.
Well, usually people.
Oh.
If we wanted some turkey, we could hang out with somebody else. We could,
Well, I've gone over to Matt's before, but then he's retired. He moved away. So, not anymore. We could, I don't know. We'll do something.
Okay, this door is successful.
One time I bought pieces of turkey. I bought what did I buy? Like turkey thighs and legs or something. Remember that? I did that one time.
What do we do with this, how do you want to go about getting rid of this top part of this frame?
Okay, before you do that, I've got a list here. I want to look at my list. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
And let's see, because I made a list of what order to do all this in. And you nailed it. The first item is remove door cards. Done. Remove rear seat, seat back, and belts. Cut off door frames. Remove rear window. See, I was thinking about cutting the door frames off first, then you can just pull the window out. But you already got the window out. So, on the other side, we can cut the frames off first. But getting the back seat and belts out of there. And then, I'm going to die grinder those off, I guess. I'm going to have to walk away from the live for a minute while I get over there and figure out how we're going to do that. Mexico, we don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. No, that's an American thing. That's the excuse in the U.S. That we blame on the Mexicans so that we can all get drunk.
Sell Mexican beer.
Sell Mexican beer that day. Oh. We will probably have more legs for dinner. Yeah, I did that one year. I know that. I bought just like turkey pieces. Mexican Spec says, here is the question, Buff. Will you be live on Thanksgiving? Oh, we could do that. You want to do that, Kim? It's a Thursday. We could sit here and...
I don't know. Are other people doing stuff? Like, who are we up against? Scott Bale again or anything?
Scott Bale or somebody who we head on with. I don't know. We might just do it for our people that are always here. And we could sit here and eat turkey.
I'm going to say tentatively, yeah.
Tentatively, yeah. We could sit here and have some...
Even if we don't have a long stream, we'll be here.
We could have the what do you call it? The gas grill out there, and we could be cooking turkey drumsticks and sharing them with everybody. We could send them to everybody. Can we send that stuff through YouTube?
I for sure.
Send food?
Yep. I've seen that happen one time.
Patrick Sullivan says, "Is it on the 27th?" I'm going to look at my calendar and see what's going on. Or maybe somebody else can.
Thursday.
It's always on Thursday, but I don't know what the date is. I would say it's probably on the 27th. Maybe somebody can look that up. This calendar doesn't tell me which day it is, but that's what it appears to be to me. Mexican Spec says, "I sent you beef stew, Buff, so you owe me." Yeah, we could. Well, I'd say yeah. It's most likely we'll be here. You know what I'll do? I'll just make a post on. You know where it says posts, but now there's a new thing up at the top. If you go to the main page of the channel, there's a thing up there now that says community, and if you push that community, it takes you to posts, which I didn't like the name posts. Posts used to say community. Now it says posts. But there's a new button that says community that takes you to posts. I wonder who the genius was that worked that out. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll make a post to the community section, and then we'll all know what's going on. 27th Thanksgiving, 4th Thursday in November. Thank you, buddy Carfano. I'm going to try to back up just a tiny bit. Oh, I see where I can back up. And then I'm coming over there where you are. Okay, Mexican Spec, it's up at the top. It's not the line where it says post, but you go up above that, it'll say, and I'm trying to think of what it says. It says, I don't remember. There's 3 buttons up at the top that are kind of long, skinny buttons, and the third one says community. Dion, having some pumpkin pie and a glass of vanilla eggnog. Man, does that sound good. Okay, I'm going to walk away from here. Going to have to talk amongst yourselves for a couple of minutes. Okay, what's the way to pull this off?
Pull what?
I think we can just all this off without tearing up anything else. Rather than actually take it off, because those welds might be holding other stuff together. I think we ought to just saw it off.
I mean, this one's going to be hidden. That one's the only one that's sort of important.
Well, yeah, but we're going to be welding. We're going to be welding this to this. So I don't think that's going to be a big deal. I'd rather keep this part of the door intact and just lop that off.
Yeah. What do you want to use? The angle grinder?
You can use the angle grinder or the Sawzall. I think the Sawzall might be better. And then just, if there's something that isn't quite right, just grind it off close.
Okay.
Because the grinder's going to fill this place with steel dust.
Okay. You want to see if you can find a Sawzall?
I'm going to go look for it. I got to go find a Sawzall.
You know what? I think the Sawzall's up at the house.
Why do we have a Sawzall at the house?
Because we're trying to rebuild the floor in the guest bathroom.
Yeah.
I think the Sawzall's up there. I could be wrong, but I think it is.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking for it here first.
Remember, it's red.
I am looking. There's a grinder. I don't want to use a grinder. You think it's in that back room up there in the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we could work on the other door and then go and.
Yeah, but I'd rather cut that out first to make it easy to get the window out.
Okay, that's fair. Well, no, because you can't get the thing in here because the glass, that other piece of triangle glass is in the way.
Well, you get the triangle glass out, I guess. I don't know. Hey, Tommy Hanlon's here.
You can't get the triangle glass out, but it's layered.
Let me leave you one of these, and I'll go up there.
Well, you're gonna go up there.
Well, if you want to go up there, I'll go up there.
Radio. 2.
I was just up there fixing the internet.
Open the radio.
If you see any interdimensional hoodlums out there, make sure you.
What do I do with?
Just let them be wrong.
Well,
Yeah, they're just.
good.
They're
I'll
just
be back.
punks.
Maybe I should use the wider angle lens. Whatever. Are you guys being behaved? Mexican spec. If anybody gets out of line, Barrows, same with you. If anybody gets out of line, you give them the axe. We don't need no trouble. How have I been? I have been irritable. Irritable. Interdimensional. We say time travelers, but you really can't travel through time. But you can travel across dimensions. But the thing of it is, though, is things are different. People go to other dimensions. They think that it's like an exact copy, but it's not. Because people mess with timelines and people have free will no matter what dimension they are in. Just because you exist in another dimension doesn't mean you make the exact same decisions. It's good to have you here, Mo Parquet, and Tommy Hanlon. Made it another day, thankfully. Good job, Tom. I'm glad to hear that. Sawzall goes through window frames quickly? Yeah, I think it will. I think it will. There's a lot of things that we're going to do. I don't really think, there's 6 different ways to do every darn task. I don't think there's any reason to be too picky about how it gets done, as long as it gets done. NPCs don't have free will. But if you're a real person, you do. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Mexican Spec and Mo Parquet are real people with free will. Let's see. Barrows, I met Barrows, so I'm pretty sure that's a real person with free will. The rest of you could all be fake. I don't know. You could all be AI chatbots, for all I know. I don't think so. And Tavo, I see Tavo in videos, but he could just be, he could be a not real person. Tavo could be a programmed, AI avatar. Tavo could have been dead for centuries. Tavo says, remember to weld the door shut before cutting into the roof structure. Yes, that is part of the plan. Once we cut the door frame parts out, I'm going to close it. I'm taking the latch out. I'm going to take all the mechanism out, but I'm not going to take the hinges off because I want to keep the hinges there until after it's welded. Then once it's welded, a quarter of the way around at least, so it's in place, then I'm going to take the hinges off. Then we're going to weld it without the hinges because we don't need that extra weight just lying there. It doesn't really add anything. That the hinges don't make the door, the post stronger. So let's see. You can be AI with tattoos? Absolutely. Although fingers. You got to see, look, I'm not AI, you can tell because I have fingers. And I can articulate my fingers and they don't look all weird. So. And they can't do that live. They can do it in post. Like if this was a pre-recorded video, but I'm live. So they can't fix fingers that quickly. Dodge used the gross ratings. Oh man, I'm missing stuff. Mark Sauvé said, I'm way too stupid to be fake. You know what, Mark? That is potentially, that could be. D-Man says, I am real. You know what? I know D-Man is real because he sent us horns. I don't think Bucked Up Campo is real, though. I think he is an AI avatar. Um, Barrow says sometimes I'll even tack weld the doors shut to keep everything in a unibody car in line. Mm, Are they this? Are they that flimsy? I mean, one of the good things we got going for this car is it's not all rotten. And hey, Wendy, welcome to the stream. We're working on the Valiant. We're gonna chop the top. I'm excited about it. So is Buffed Up Campo. There's a part of me, I thought we were never going to get to this project. I was a little bit upset because the same thing with the Spitfire. I stripped the body all down, and then he was like, I don't really want to do it. And well, his car got wrecked. I don't know. Things shift. You got to roll with the punches, but sometimes doing custom cars is really the thing that we wanted to do since the very beginning. Uh, Tavo said, I definitely keep a solid connection between the rear door shells and the B pillars. Well, right, when I'm taking the roof off, but with the roof on the car, it's not going to twist. So I got to make it all rigid before I cut the roof. D-Man says I would turn the four-door into a convertible. We don't want to do that. We don't care about convertibles. That right. Is that yeah, it's silliness. I'm sorry I even see here now I did it. With one of those dumb conversations. How do you guys feel about mayonnaise? Barrow says once you start cutting on a unibody, they really move. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Okay. It would never be a convertible because it wouldn't convert into anything else. Make a six-door convertible dually pickup? We might yet, but not from this car. Something else. Doors will be part of the mono once the roof is cut behind the B pillar. I got it. Yeah. Well, we're going to weld the doors in before we cut the roof. You're going to need to weld in frame connectors to support the unibody? I don't know. It doesn't seem that flimsy of a car. I mean, the roof is pretty rigid. I mean, I wouldn't want to take the rear doors off and cut the roof off, but honestly, I don't think it would fold just sitting there. Like it's the floor. There's a big hump down the whole center of the floor. Am I going to weld braces to hold the body from twisting up? That's right. Mexican Spec says if you cut the roof off, it becomes a roadster. What if we made a top? Then it would be a roadster with a top. What if we make it so it has legs and it can stand up and it'd be a robot? And then the legs could retract and then go back to being a car. That'd be a transformer. Will you still be building the 318? Absolutely. The 318 is is something that I'm doing slowly on the side as I get time. But I'm excited to get this moving because it gives Buck Del Campo something to work on because he doesn't care nothing about my engine build.
It's not much. How many people can you get around a 318 hit?
And he doesn't like this smell. It's when I start grinding on metal, it really upsets him. So that's something I got to do. They're really worried about the body twisting.
Well, remember I talked about that.
Yeah.
And that's why, okay, I can talk about that. I can go to my list, and we're going to read that for a second to explain why it's the way it is.
I need where's the jack?
The jack. So this jack right here.
The blue one.
It's right here.
I don't see it.
See this handle? Okay, I'm gonna
get far over so.
I'm gonna click on. Oh, we got this again. I'm gonna switch to single cam, or you want it there? Okay.
No, you can put it.
Okay. I'm gonna go to my list.
Yeah.
And the list is like this. You know, remove the door cards, the windows, the frames. Remove the back seat and the belts. Get those out of there. And then get the door handles, the latches off. Oh, the outer door handles off the doors.
Oh, I forgot I haven't done that.
And the latches. Get the latches out of there. I guess you could leave them there, but it. Okay, then tack weld the rear doors and skins to quarter panel and B panel and all that and rocker panel. That should stabilize the body a lot. Does that make sense? If we have those welded, then we're not just counting on the floor.
Yeah.
But I also said that, and Kim and I have discussed this, that we're going to probably have to put this thing on stands and then take a smart level from front to back and make sure it's not twisted before we weld anything too solid. But right now we can weld stuff solid because before we cut the roof. So, but once we are ready to cut the roof, we're going to have to make that so we keep track of what's twisting. And we really can't weld any tubing inside or any braces inside because we're going to be putting a pickup bed in it. It'll be completely in the way. So we're going to have to do that with, what's this? Mexican Spec says good night. Okay, well, you've taken off. Okay, your knee hurts. Sorry about that. Yeah, thanks for being here. I'm sorry, I'm not reading all this. Do you need to remove the gas tank before cutting? Depends on what we're cutting. Right now, no. But before we are cutting back there, yeah, I plan on getting the fuel tank out of there. And there's some other stuff we have to do. The fuel tank. Let me show you those pictures. There's the fuel. You can see where the fuel filler is. There's a tube that goes directly down to the tank. It just crosses through the middle of the trunk. So the ute has. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I'm working on this. Okay. Ute has, instead of that tube going directly to the gas tank, that's the tube. That's the Australian tube, and it goes around the pickup bed instead of just a straight line between the filler and the tank. So we'll have to make a thing like that. Tavo says those things in Australia they're really expensive and you got to ship them here. So no, we're not going to do that. We can make a tube that does that. So anyway, that's the plan to do that.
Wow.
Oh, Josh Holman's taken off. And I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention to Chuck very much. You know where that Sawzall was?
In the bathroom?
Yeah, but it was way over on the other side.
Oh,
I had to take a walk. I took a walk across the floor joist. It's the first time I've done that.
oh man.
I was careful, but I was nervous. D-Man, a friend I used to have cut a bunch of stuff off his Cherokee, and he welded some pipe in for a cage. Oh, the doors wouldn't open. Okay. Well, we'll weld these shut before we cut the top because that'll help stabilize it. If we don't do that, the only thing, it'll just be the floor, and that'll probably twist, you know. Tawa says, oh, you need...
Can you hand me the screwdriver?
Tawa says, oh, you need my spare Australian filler neck. Yeah, I talked to you about that once before, and you said those things are like over $100, and then, you know, you got to ship it here. You know, that turns into another big mess. I think we can just get tubing and make something that'll the gas will fall down into the tank. I'm surprised they put the filler neck on the same side. Australian one, the filler neck should be on the other side. No, that wouldn't make any sense. Lester, shouldn't you leave rear door latches until you've welded the rear doors? Yeah, I don't know. But then they're trapped in there. How do you get them out? I guess you just leave them in there. I don't know. I just figured we'd get them out of there. And we'll hold the door shut and tack it. Oh, you know what else we need to do before we do that? Get the seat out of there before we weld it. But we'll cut we're not going to be welding those doors tonight, but we'll get the door frames or the window frames up. What time is it getting to be anyway? Oh, God, we didn't do my short. Well, what's today? Today's Saturday. The short can be Sunday. Shorts don't work well late at night anyway. They work better in the morning. So we'll just record the short before we leave, and I'll put it up. My Sunday one usually works much better. Yeah, it's kind of funny. You put the short up mid-morning on Sunday. It works better than it does my usual time. Something happened to this Sawzall cord. I got Sawzall arrows. VW rat rod we did, there was no floor in it. Rusted completely away to the point I didn't have to undo any of the body bolts. Oh, geez, it just came off. Hardest thing in that build was getting the doors to shut.
Couldn't get the doors to shut?
It's a build he was talking about a rusted VW that the floor was gone. Buddy Carapano says filler neck best when behind marker plate. Don't have to remember what side it's on. Marker plate. Oh, probably behind the license plate. I like Jaguars where they put them on both sides and fill the same tank. The ones that were under the license plate were kind of low. And if you were uphill at all, you know, the gas would fall out. You jack the car up real high and yes, fuel spill. Luis says, excuse me, he has to go to the bathroom. Be careful there. Be careful taking your bath. What? I don't know what. It looked to me like you got the latch out, but now you're still in there doing something, so I don't know what you're
I
doing.
got the laptop, but I'm taking the door.
Oh, the door handle. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah, we're not going to do like what's his name and mud over the door handle.
No, probably not. Don't give him too hard a time.
Don't give. I know that's his thing. I don't want him. This is actually going to be a pretty nice car when we're done. There might be a little bit of hackery, like, you know, the bodywork isn't going to be perfect TIG welds hammer with, then you get done and there's no Bondo on it. You'll probably have a little Bondo, but, you know, it'll be all reasonable. But it should be a pretty nice car. That guy put like a gallon of Bondo over each door handle. Dean says, I think all filler caps should be in the front between the wiper arms. Really?
What car has that? Model T or something?
Yeah, what car has that? Yeah, Model A's have that. Yeah, and the gas just falls into the engine without a pump. And Dean says it's okay to Louise. He has a picture of men and women's room, and a toilet, and a water closet, and a
Look at Dean coming through with all the emojis.
plumber's helper, and a trademark. And don't forget a roll of toilet paper. Jeez. Oh, Dean says a Volkswagen. Remember the old Volkswagens? You had to open up the hatch, and the filler neck was right on the gas tank.
Yeah, and the windshield washer sprayer is attached to the spare tire.
Yeah, the windshield washer was attached to the spare tire, so every time you use the windshield washer, you're letting air out of the spare. Well, of course, then you know you have air in the spare, unlike some cars that don't do that, where you go to use the spare and it's empty.
Look how silly that door handle mechanism is.
Oh, that's a pretty simple little thing, isn't it?
Silly. So do you want to cut this thing?
I do. I guess one of us can cut and the other can hold. I think you're better at cutting straight than me. But I'll cut, or you can cut. I'll go around the other side and hold the door, or you want to cut from the other side, or what do you want to do? I'm going to leave it up to you. How do you want to do this? Oh, you're going to put the camera on it so we can see what's going on. Okay. It's there. Man, that camera was horrible when you got it. Now it looks really good. Mm-hmm. Whatever adjustments you made, you did it well.
Took a little while to get adjusted.
Took a little way. You want to do it from that side?
Well, this way the camera can see.
Okay. I'm entangled.
Do it from the end. If I do it from the end, I think I'll do less butcher with the exterior.
Okay, you want to do that end or this end first?
Oh, that's not a metal blade.
Oh, I didn't even look at the blade. I'm sorry. That's a wood blade.
Hold that.
It's not a wooden blade.
We're going to have to clean this up.
Yeah, I know. We're walking through a big pile of tools.
Yeah.
That's how tools are. You get way too many tools on the floor because that's just how every job is. And then while you're working, the tools are completely in the way.
There's the look how that's a check that out.
Okay, I'll hold this well. Oh.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
No, it don't sit back there. I'll clean it up.
No, there's all those little things will filter. I'll try to put, if you can unhook yourself from the cord. Okay. I will go over here and put my chair is moved. I'm going to go over here and put the blade in. They can't see me do this, but I'm doing it. I'm putting the blade in while she's cleaning the tools up. Okay, blade is in. No, it's not. Yeah, damn it. She put it upside down. Okay, the blade's in. What else should I cut? Studio 4124. That's a vintage Milwaukee Sawzall. Is it? I don't know. Is this vintage? Is this yours?
No.
This is mine?
Yeah. It is vintage.
Okay.
Do they look a lot different than that one?
I don't know what they probably.
I don't know what a new one looks like. That looks like what I'm used to seeing, but I would think that probably is a vintage one. I'm probably used to seeing a vintage one because I work for older plumbers and they had older tools. So.
Since I have a little baby metal cutting blades, I'll read it right yet. I have little baby metal cutting blades, about as long as a regular jigsaw blade. This one's shorter than that other blade, but it's still kind of long.
Big metal. Big cut. Okay. Put it on.
What are you doing?
Switching cams.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm going to hold this so it doesn't go over, but I don't want to cut towards me, but okay.
I mean, it's nothing.
Sounds like it went through. It did. It's down to the single shot. It's going to hit the inside now and keep going. But I don't know if that makes any difference. Yep, that'll work.
Boy, it's real now.
Okay, it's going to be a ute now.
No,
I guess we could weld it back.
It's just metal.
Can they see what's going on?
No,
My
you're
fast is in the way. Okay, I'll move over here.
Okay, I'm going to go in here.
And then you'll be in the way.
Can I move this seat at all? Back.
Go to the yeah,
That's what I want.
yeah. Well, that's not good. No, it's okay. Hey, if you don't like it, we can grind it. Okay, Kim, do you want to stop for a minute?
No.
Well, I'm thinking you might want to get the GoPro and get a picture of it like this, or get me.
Well, we could do that with the other side.
Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's gonna cut into that piece. Something holding it, Joe.
Just wiggle it a little bit. Now, here. Bend it down, back into place.
Okay, so if anybody in Australia or New Zealand wants to make their ute into a 4-door, we got the pieces for you.
Yeah. We won't even breach up too much on the price. We can't do nothing about the shipping. Yeah, I'll just clean that seam.
Okay, let me try not to get tangled in the cords. Yeah, but we need to get. We'll do the other side, and then we gotta get the. We really should get the back seat out of there, of course, before we weld it. But yeah, and then this.
I mean, we get the back seat out the window.
We'll have to grind that up a little bit. Get what now?
The back seat will come out the window, or the trunk, or the roof. It's no big deal. We'll get it. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather get it out of there. See, what I don't want to be doing is cut welding up here and have berries.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, this is actually kind of nice. It's like a 4-door hardtop now. We could lop this off and have a 4-door hardtop, which then you don't have windows for it. What is that? Wind?
Wind.
Oh, just wind. Yeah, and then see what we can do is we can take something along here and line this up perfectly and do a bunch of tack welds around it, and then around there, and then this you got to leave obviously because you got a door there. But these hinges, you could probably just leave.
Well, we'll just bridge this for structural strength.
Yeah.
We'll take the hinges out because the hinges are heavy and bulky and silly.
They're actually keep it pretty straight right now. But yeah, you're right.
I don't know. Maybe we just leave it.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just leave it.
Look at that.
I'm not too worried about this because we're going to be making
Sail panels there.
So that's
we could knock that off. But it's just a little tab. We can knock it off the grinder a little bit. Okay, so what's next? You want to do the other side, or what do you want to do? It's we've been on here for 3 hours.
Has it been 3 hours?
We've been on here 3 hours.
All right. Well, let's talk to chat.
But we'll talk to chat for a few minutes, and then we'll
decide where we're going.
We'll decide what we're going to do.
I don't know. We got interrupted quite a bit by the.
Stupid. Internet issues.
Yeah, stupid internet issues.
Okay, so now.
Campo says leave the hinges.
We may do that, but we may. I kind of like
rip the back seat out now. Well, I mean, it's just sitting in there. It's not even connected. It's just sitting in the back of the car.
That door was open. I'd leave the hinges there. That door was open.
Yes, it was.
I've never liked that body line that kicks down on American Valiants. Oh, the one in the door that goes down a little here.
Yeah.
You're talking about that thing right there. I don't know. That's just what they did.
Maybe while we have it apart, we take those dents.
Oh yeah, we'll fix the dent. Yeah, there's a dent right there.
There's a bunch of dents in this car.
Dougster, have no fear. We just cut into the Valiant. Let Dougster see that door. Look at that. Look at that door. No more door frame. No more internal door parts. No more handle.
It's a bear.
Dean Stevenson says you're on a roll, and he's got pictures of toilet paper. And this is the door frame. So those of you in Australia that want to make your Ute into a 4-door sedan, we can send you these parts.
For the low price.
Like somebody would want to do that. I think it looks kind of good without a door frame. We do that to the front doors and make it a 4-door hardtop. No, let's not do that. The arch went straight, then kicked up over the wheel arch, then to the taillight. Yeah, we'll have American taillights, which are different. The American taillights are completely different than the Australian ones. So ours will be like an American Ute. I don't know. Oh, Kim's pulling that out. You want to help with that? Something told me. Huh.
The whatchamacallit. The seats it's in.
It's snapped over those things.
I forget.
It's got to go like this. I think it snaps up at the front and comes out.
And you have to push back.
Oh, you do?
On the metal thing, it goes down and clips in.
It's different than a Ford. Okay.
It is different than a Ford.
I just know how Fords hold theirs in. Okay. Do you want to come back over here and be in the chat for a few minutes?
Yeah, we did have some issues with the stream. It was a little bit messy.
I have got an ad in. I have no popcorn, so peanuts in the shell it is. Oh man, we were in the store. Where were we? Oh, we were at the farmer's co-op. They had these big bags of 2.5 pound bags of peanuts, and I'm like, ooh, those look good. Kim's just like shaking her head, and I go, yeah, we shouldn't be buying those. Dr. Gold, oh, wait a minute, Josh Holman, to have a hardtop, you have to cut out you got to cut out the B pillars, and then you also have to have glass that will make that happen. Of course, we don't have that. Dr. Gold, well, that was a good time to arrive, just as you cut up the door. Obviously, I missed the big picture of this procedure. Well, Kim took all the guts out of the door and took the outside door handle off, and then and the door latch, and then we cut the top of the door off. So we got to do the other side. Very good. The taillights are similar to our BF Valiant, sort of. I don't really like these taillights. They're okay. What's good about them is they're far enough apart that we'll have a good tailgate. Whereas our Dodge Dart taillights are wide, and we'd have to have a real narrow tailgate, which, this will be better for the Ute, I think. And we'll use them, yeah. Oh, no, I'm not. We've been here 2 hours, not 3 hours. I'm looking at that stupid clock that's on daylight time that we never changed. So we're only 2 hours into it. But how are you feeling? Because we've had kind of a long day, and I don't know how you were pretty tired earlier.
I don't know. I'm excited about the project. I'm enjoying it.
Okay, well,
Doing something cool.
Yep, we're doing something cool. I think so. I'm a little afraid to cut into a car, but we're in it now.
I'm sorry you're feeling afraid.
Well, no, it takes I was building somebody else's airplane one time, another manufacturer's airplane, and there's this big bubble canopy, and you got to cut it. You got to cut the bubble canopy so it's a windshield and it's a back bubble, and it slides back. So you got to cut the bubble across like this. It's real easy to ruin it. And in the instructions, it says, take a deep breath and go at it slowly. And that's what I felt like with this. Take a deep breath before you make your first cut, because then you're committed. We are committed.
So, what are we going to do about this gap?
Tack weld. Move a little, tack weld, move a little, tack weld. Have an air nozzle. You cool as you go. Then you go back and you've watched Bad Chad do that.
Yeah, but this gap is wide.
Oh, we'll get good at it. You know what we'll have to do with this car when we're done? Drive it down to Uncle Tony's.
Yeah.
Darrow says it's liberating to do something completely different. It's just like being a kid again with those model kits, just bigger. Yep.
So
and I cut up a lot of model kits, and some of them turned out good. Some of them ended up being a bunch of cut up pieces. What you doing, Kim?
I'm gonna see if I can shimmy this door just a little.
Oh, just to make it,
this gap
to make it so it matches.
I want to keep it lined up to the front door, but
yeah, I know what
I
you're
don't
saying.
have to fill in a mile worth of stuff.
I agree. I see what you're doing.
Okay.
Should rip out the seats next. It will be easier while the doors are. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Here. I'm gonna turn this, and then you can move over this way a little bit and still talk to them.
Okay.
But this way they can see what's going on.
Well, the coat hanger in the gap. Yeah.
We could, but I think
that's a Bad Chad thing, and that the problem with that is finding bare coat hangers anymore is really hard. You just go buy some welding rod.
We could get coat hanger, but I really think we could close this up a bit, and it would not.
Well, the thing is, the closing is not so much. It's lowering this down so it matches.
I think that too. Yeah.
That too many cords on it. Because that does not match with shit.
Yeah, actually,
I'm pushing down on it. It's actually moving. Well, yeah, I mean, a little bit.
Well, yeah, but even if you push down on it there, we'll look.
I'm not worried about the gap because we got to keep the gap for the front door the same.
Well, yeah, but it's just not really lined up with the front door either.
Actually, just don't loosen it anymore. Don't loosen it anymore. Getting closer.
Let me see if I can get it to move. I can always put it back.
Okay, that's moving a lot. That's too low now. See what I'm talking about?
Well, I think now what we do is we
Put something in there.
What I'll do is I'll get the sander and I will sand it all out. Then we'll line it up right where we want it, tack it.
We gotta get the seat out first.
Okay, I can get the seat out.
Okay, before we tack it. Okay.
I'll get the seat out right now so you can
Well,
chill.
no, I mean, because we weld it and then we got the seat in there. We got to, making work for ourselves.
Okay.
Olive's here. Hey, Tavo, keep the front door gap right. Yeah, that's right. Fill the gap. Yeah, but here's the deal. The door and the quarter panel are like this from each other. They're not perfect. So we're going to get that so it lines up. Isn't it sanatorium? Sanatorium make wheat bix. What? I don't know what that is. You know, you get all that stuff out of that door, it's really light, isn't it?
Oh, there's nothing to it. It's like the little tin can.
Yeah, Josh says get the seat out while the doors are still. That's right. While the doors are still doors.
Okay,
Studio says fill the gap with spray foam and Bondo. No, we got to make it strong. That's what's gonna keep it from twisting. I know how to weld that. It's not gonna be hard. You just got to do a spot and let it cool, and do spots that are like 4 or 5 inches apart. Let it cool, and then come back and do it again. It takes a little while, but it'll be okay. Dean, I'm not a serial murderer, but yeah, Barracuda. What is this? What the hell is Barracuda? Oh, I see.
We never had this seat up.
I don't know. I thought we had it out, but maybe we didn't. Dean Stevenson says JB well. Man, bunch of hackers in here. Well, that's good, because then they won't get mad at me for my hackery.
That's right. If their standard is JB weld, then they're going to love what we do.
Spray foam and Bondo and JB weld. Yeah, we'll be fine the way we do it.
Yeah, there'll be no argument about what we do. They'll be like, well, I guess if you want to go on.
Very cool. Buff thinks I'm a nut. No, I don't know what's going on. It's yeah, I didn't understand. Yeah, you and Dean kind of speak the same language there. Something about sanatorium make wheat bix. I don't even understand what that is. That's New Zealand.
You feel better now?
Yeah, and then back. Oh, look at that. There's a sticker. Trim identification card.
So here.
So here. It does say that?
Yeah.
So here. Somebody sewed that there because it said so here back in 1972.
A punch card. I love me a punch card. Here.
Well, it doesn't say rip here. It says so here.
Show the chat, because I love a good punch card.
See, it's a punch card that says so here, and it was sewed there, and she just tore it off.
Yeah. There's no build sheet.
No build sheet.
Nope, the squirrels ate it.
Yeah, squirrels ate it. You know, that seat might be good for your
Did you see it? Look.
That might be good.
See it right there?
Yeah, but that might be a good one to reupholster for your dart. Because your dart's pretty bad, you know.
It is rough.
Tell us this wheat bix cereal. Eat them, you're a serial killer. Oh, I see. Now I get it. I'm too dense for these jokes. Dougster, do they still sell Bondo in the 5-gallon bag? They did in the early 90s. Man, I worked in a place where we made patterns that we pulled molds off of to make fiberglass parts. And we made bumpers and roll pans and all this kind of grills, all this crazy stuff. But we made them out of like wood and Bondo. And so the pattern was just wood and Bondo. And we had 3-gallon bags that were in a thing that looked like like one of the old washing machine, what do you call them? What do they call those things, old washing machines that they turn the things and squeeze the water out?
Ringer washers.
A ringer, yeah, a ringer. So anyway, the Bondo hung in a thing like that, and you just put your Bondo board up there and turn this thing, and you squeeze out about, just a ton of Bondo and mix it up. But it didn't matter because you're just making a big old pattern. It had to be right. You pull the mold off of it and never use the pattern again. We learned how to do this in Pole Barn. No, that is the one that really upset me because he were taking full gallons of Bondo and putting it over his door handles. He was like, that is the most major hacked up thing I ever seen. And it kind of made me mad because I think somebody's going to think we're copying them because we already had plans for this. No, we're going to try to do a pretty nice job on this. I mean, there'll be some little Bondo here and there, but yeah, Wendy's here. She says our ringer washer, yeah, and it was a 3-gallon bag of Bondo is what we had, and I'd go through those things. I go through several of those a day, making patterns for. God, we made roll pans like for little pickups, and we put the Corvette taillights in them, and we made like you make a roll pan that rolls down under where the bumper used to be and tunneled in license plates, all this kind of stuff. And we made all those patterns out of wood and Bondo. And it didn't matter. It just had to be perfect enough that we could pull a fiberglass mold off of it. And just throw the Bondo thing away. Man, I was doing that in, God, what year was I doing that in? 1992. I was doing that late in 1992. Doug, sir, I remember when Bono jumped up to $20 a gallon and we all grumbled. Yeah. It's like I remember when gasoline went from 29 cents to 30 cents. I was upset.
Oh, 30 cents a gallon. That's a travesty.
I worked in a gas station and we had 3 gas pumps. All 3 of them had premium. That's all we sold. And it was $29.9 a gallon. It's basically 30 cents.
I'm old enough to remember when the old school stations, like, the old gas stations that have been around for ages,
yeah,
had to change out their pumps finally.
Oh, because they had to have 3 digits.
Because they needed more digits. They couldn't wait any longer. They had done all kind of weird things, and they just couldn't stay with it anymore. They had to realize, so they all finally changed out their antique pumps.
When I was a little kid, you know what's wrong there?
What's that?
Isn't that thing upside down?
It's the right way.
Is it? Okay.
Let me do my.
Okay, I thought it wasn't centered. I was a little kid, and I remember looking out the window of my dad's car, and there was a place there called a Wilshire. Might have been Wilshire, I don't know, Wilshire station, and it was 19 cents a gallon. But, that was that was early 60s probably. Might have been late 50s. Tavo, $100 Australian for 3 kilograms, 6.6 pounds. What did I see in the last few days? It was over 100. Oh, I know it is. It was that turkey that was $80. They'll cook your turkey for you, and it's $80, and they give you some stuffing with it. It's like, I guess, but I'm not doing that. I just thought it was kind of interesting that a grocery store would have an $80 turkey. Oh, shit! listed. Oh, it right in my eye. I got it. I think I got it all. Yep, it went right. It went right over the top of my glasses into my eye. But I think I got it. It was a big chunk of shit too. I gotta walk over there.
What's wrong?
Hmm?
Nothing. Okay, I gotta get the door.
Okay, you want me to hold the door, but I just have to know where I'm standing so I don't get it. Yeah. Yeah, they can see fine. It's just I can't talk over the noise. But everybody's sticking around, I guess. And
It's not long.
Studio says, I like this channel. Not bad to watch on a Saturday night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And we enjoy being here on a Saturday night. We like working in the shop at night. I don't know why. It's just we do.
Because it's something to do. We usually try and pay attention to the chat, but also get some stuff done.
Okay, let's see here. Barrow says 72. That's still lacquer paint, right?
Smells lovely.
I don't know. I don't know what Chrysler used. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. We'll find out. I know some of it. The front of the car, the hood, and the deck lid are both that paint I use. That water-based paint that I use. Oh, hey, Bob. Factory roof is good looking. Factory, yeah, but I don't have one of those. But we could fabricate one, I guess. We're thinking about taking the back of this one and pushing it forward, or just making something that looks about right and putting a flat piece of glass in it. I'm not sure. I don't want to get too stuck in our plans that we can't make changes as we go.
Yeah, like we've never cut one of these cars up.
Like Tavo, I don't know who was in here earlier when I was showing this. People showed a bunch of pictures. Let's see what I can find. Try to bring this up. That one right there, Tavo did some kind of photo hackery and came up with that, and that's taking the back of the four-door sedan and moving it forward. I'm thinking that might be similar to what I do, but that window might interfere with the seats I want the seat to be able to recline a little bit, but I don't want it much further than that. It'd look funny. But we could do that. And then I don't know. We're gonna have to just we're just gonna have to try it and see what we got. It's not gonna be. Excuse me. Now I'm gonna have a sneezing fit. Oh yeah. How does that look when it's closed? Here, let's see what happens if you push this shut. Does it make a difference? Oops. Oh yeah, this is too low now.
Yeah, well, we'll have to push it up in the exact place.
Yep.
I'm getting well.
Oh, we gonna weld? Okay.
I mean, we gotta get it welded in.
Yeah, I guess we'll weld tonight.
Well, the frame is gonna bend. The whole car is gonna fall apart.
That frame's gonna bend. No frame.
It's twisting as we speak.
I need to
You take them windows out, those Mopars will just collapse right in half. What do you need to do?
I got to get my welding hood. And it's way back.
I'll get it. Go ahead and
You
enjoy.
have those nice long arms.
Enjoy the chat for a few minutes.
Enjoy
I'll get all the.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm fine with it.
It's really smelling like grinding in here, but that's okay. Man, when I'm going to turn this camera a little bit back to where I'm sitting.
That's a good thing about this camera.
Man, when you turned that grinder on, it made about a half a turn, and it chucked a big piece of shit right over the top of my glasses into my eye. It's like I thought I was done, and I just messed with it and got it out, and it's okay. But man, it just slipped right over the top of my glasses. Yeah, and Tavo says, yeah, on that subject, the Aussie glass is flat. And that's why I don't really care if it's exactly like the Australian one, because it's not. We got different taillights. I guess we got a
front grill.
different grill. The driver's side's on the wrong side. I don't know.
Tribute, not a.
It's a tribute, not a clone. Yeah. Sparrows. Wow. 10:30. I told myself 10 o'clock tonight. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Time flies at our place. You know what? Yeah, we like having you here though. Isn't it Barrows that diagnosed that problem with the timing belt was off by one tooth, and he diagnosed that from alive. And it wasn't us that made the mistake. We just started the engine after somebody else put the timing belt on it. And he says it sounds like the valves are hitting the pistons. Check to see if the timing belt's off by one notch. I'm like, really? She crawled under there. It's exactly what the problem was. We moved the timing belt and that engine ran perfectly. That is amazing. And she drove it today. That's right. That truck is still running. Gonna hit the hay to get an early start tomorrow. Have a good night. Okay, Barrows. Thanks for being here. Slimo, hey Buff, my father made a TV presenter throw up in his pit special VH Web around 1980. Yeah, that happens. And that's what he means, throw up. Because a pit special is an aerobatic airplane.
Oh.
And these people get familiarization rides. And they better have air sick bags with them. I've only felt sick one time in an airplane. And it was in a Kristen Eagle, which is kind of like a Pitts. And I was sitting up front, and the guy in the back, he did some steep turns real quick. He goes, how are you? And I said, I'm fine. And he did some steep turns. And then he goes, let's try a roll. And we did a roll. He goes, how do you feel? I said, I feel fine. Then he did a loop. And he goes, how do you feel? I said, feel fine. Well, then he did his air show routine, which went on for a while. And it was fun. And then we leveled out afterwards. He finished it up and leveled out. And I said to him, Daryl, I'm not feeling real good. He goes, because my stomach was starting to feel queasy. And he goes, it's your plane. It's your airplane. So I grabbed the stick and the throttle. As soon as I did that, the sickness went right away. I didn't feel sick anymore. As soon as I was flying the airplane, I was fine. So that's the only time I've ever felt sick in an airplane. But I know people that are not used to that will, that's tough on them, It's really tough on them. Did any of you watch, what's her name? No, I'm not good at names. Kim says I can't even remember what it is. See, I'm going to tell a story. I can't even remember I can't remember badly. I can't remember what I need to remember.
Not going so well.
What is her name? Something Foxland. Zyla Foxland. Any of you ever heard of Zyla Foxland? She's a YouTuber that does a lot of stuff with model rocketry, and she flies airplanes. And she builds stuff. She's pretty handy in a shop. So she went for a ride with in some jet, not the Blue Angels or anything, but some jet trainer, 2-seat trainer, and they went up and did all the aerobatics, and she's back there with a bag. She laughed about it afterwards. Anti-gravitational vomit is kind of NDA awkward. Yeah, it happens. The only place I've been really motion sick, is out in a small boat in the ocean. That is not fun. There's something about that constant, hours of that, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm leaning over the side, and it takes me an hour or two, but I'm done. I just can't do that long.
See if you can get the other camera to come in.
Okay.
Do dual camera for a minute. Wow.
Dual cam. Well, that's dual cam. That's really there. Look at the screen. Oh, I meant look at it while you're there, but okay.
Okay. I gotta find some, like you were saying, a piece of coat hanger or something.
Oh well, I'd rather. Kim, I'll be okay with it. Just
Look at the size of that kid.
I know. Trust me. What I really need is my hood. It's all the way back in there where nobody can get. A 3-hour tour. Yeah. Got a big welding magnet.
This one?
We do. We have big melding magnets. That right? Welding magnets.
This one?
Yes. This I want to keep.
Here, take this. I'll put that.
Okay, and then this can go in the box. This goes in the box when I've got my welding hood on. And just close that. And then the other thing I need, I guess, is that big yellow. Oh, it's over there. Well, you already got it. You got it around that way. That's good. Okay, are you satisfied with the fit on that door, or are we going to hold it and weld it up?
Yeah, we got to line it up, and then you got to put a tack on it to get started.
Okay. The other glove is on top of the sheet metal brake. I knew where that one was, but I didn't know where you got that one you had. Okay. So.
Hold on now. I got to put them on the whole
And
thing.
then we need a ground. I don't know where we're going to ground to.
Yeah, I forgot about the ground. Let's see.
We need to have a. I'm going to put my chair over there so I'm at a good height. So I'm not stooping over. Or what do they say down under? Earth? Is it like, melding magnets? That's good. Never heard of welding magnets. Oh, I'll get the welding magnets. I got one. I don't know where. I have two of them. I don't know where the other one is. That one's probably enough. Don't know where the other went away. Went away. See, these things. Oh, these things are 90 degrees, and they're pretty strong magnets. So you can put something at 90 degrees, or you can put it somewhere so it keeps everything aligned. There, that keeps that aligned because we've got to raise the door up. Melding wagons. Patrick Sullivan, I've only flown once, and I was checked out. All the time. What were you flying at? See, thanks for showing me what you're up to. I see Aussie stuff most weekends. Yeah, this is not Aussie stuff. It's not American. It's just most Americans don't do this stuff. Just crazy. We're just
Nobody
crazy.
does this.
We're just crazy.
I'm gonna make a little bit more dirt, but not much.
Okay, let me get this out of your way. Kim's trying to find a ground. That's a good place too, because we got to do some welding there.
Right, that's
Find to grind that off.
pretty good place.
Okay, so I guess you're gonna hold the door up.
Well, I'll just get some shims, some wood shims.
Okay, and then I'll put the magnet. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
that'll work.
We'll just pick out exactly where we like. I thought I got some shims. Where did they go? Oh, here they are.
They're over there. I know I saw them.
Box
I
of
just don't know exactly where I saw them.
There's a whole box of shims. Oh, life flight.
Life flight? What's life flight?
That's life flight. That's when you
I know
get
what
in
life
an
flight is.
accident.
I know what life flight is. Just don't know who's talking about life flight. I'm just setting in. I opened the gas bottle up. I'm not trying to turn it on. I'm just getting ready.
Okay.
Because I knew you weren't ready to chin yet. I just was doing something. Yeah, you need a few of those, don't you?
How high do you want it? Well, if that doesn't work because
No. You're gonna probably have to put it here.
put them
No,
here, that.
I don't want that up there.
But it gives me the right thing. It gives me all the average leverage that I need. Is it? We need a straight edge across there.
That's it. It's a straight edge across there.
Think that's good enough? Do you
I don't know. It's not down here, but it is up there. But we're gonna have to do some adjusting, some moving and adjusting. Yeah, that's changing too much. That's you're gonna have to do both of them. Both of us working on it. It's not good. I can tack that, and then we can see how it is. If we gotta move, we gotta move it. But I think you can get it pretty darn close. If you want to put that up there, that's fine, because then I can tack up there. Because that's high. See that? Yeah. What's going on across here? Can you take one of those things? Yeah, do that. Well, I was going to say across this one. Across from this one. This. Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. Can you turn me on? I've got it set, and I think about where I want to go. You're going to interfere with it.
Okay, you're gonna weld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're going to have to hold it or something.
Maybe you can get a tack right in
Well,
there.
or I can get it up here while you're moving that. That's pretty good already.
Yeah, it's the down here that's the problem.
Okay, I'll just hold it somewhere somehow. Tell me when, and I'll try to. I may have to. I'm gonna have to get off this chair and get down there on something. I don't really want to sit on the concrete. But get some food. Where's that chunk of foam?
Oh, you know what? You do have to hit this before I push this in. When I do this,
Yeah, it goes. Yep, you're gonna have to get that right.
that is right there.
You good with that? Tell me when.
Go ahead. Woo!
Take a hammer and just knock it in. Oh, I see what it is. It's yeah, it's not quite right, is it? It's the whole thing is a high spot.
Well, once it's welded there, we'll have to grind the shit out of it.
The whole thing is a high spot.
The whole thing is a high spot. It's
Okay.
the way the parts.
You're tall. Can you grab? I don't know if you can even reach that piece of foam.
Yeah.
I could never reach that. If I had to. Okay, next, just go on the floor. The other way. The other way.
You know where it's gonna burn?
Everything burns, I guess, but I don't want to sit on the floor. Oh, close the camera.
Oh, they can see it. I'm ready whenever you are.
I'm not ready yet. Getting there. It's like, are you ready?
Yeah.
Something happened. Got a ground? Ready?
No. You said no.
I'm struggling and I bumped the trigger.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that. Okay?
No. What part is no? Are you under?
I'm just waiting.
Wait, let me get this lined up where I want it. Take out.
Nothing.
Hold on, I'm not pushing at the door. Okay.
I think I got it, but it's not very good.
All right.
Because I'm struggling to be at the right angle, and
That's all right.
I'm leaning on the same arm that I.
When you can, go ahead and get up off the floor, and I'm gonna look at it
I
real
think
quick.
you have a pair of snips. You do. You snip that off and it's full length. Okay, now I'm gonna. And this thing needs to. This thing's fighting me. It needs to be on the other side of your leg. You gotta step over it.
You got it. Twist.
I know. It's not gonna untwist where it is. That might work. Okay, that might work. Nope.
Oh, there's no ground. I didn't know you were well again. Hold on. I gotta put this in one.
Whatever you did, that made a difference.
Okay, good.
It's a good weld there. Okay. You shut that off so it doesn't overdoing a bunch of shit on. Just turn the switch on.
Doesn't have to talk.
No, it's only little tiny welds. I didn't do it like a.
All right. Well, now that we're done, we could have the B crew come and finish that weld. Weld that all up. Nice.
Okay, swing the door open.
Shoot! Should have got that out of there before we did that.
How does the front door open when you close?
Things that we did before.
Just curious to see what it looks like.
Pretty wide gap.
Well, yeah, it is. That's too wide, but it's probably the way it was. Well, it's not much different here. And it's probably the way Chrysler had them. They weren't all perfect then.
Yeah.
Gaps over the years have, cars have been more and more refined. So, man, cords. I don't know what it is about working. Cords and hoses just seem to get in the way of everything.
Yep.
In here, we got Dean Stevenson's like going on and on about something here. My existence purely digital based on it's something I don't know. It's a large language model. I do not physical body in there. What? Dolly Truckster, cool. Main Street Mopar says cool. These guys are turning a Valiant into an Australian style two-door tray deck utility. Twist and shout. What? Tavo, body gaps here in 70 was plus or minus 3/8.
Yeah, that's about how it is.
Yeah, it's kind of big, isn't it? Yeah, those I don't think are that big, but they're not like
Loosey goosey.
they're not perfect, but they're it's the same on both sides of the door, so it's not like you can move the door one way or the other. Kim,
Yeah.
we got it started, and you see how I did that weld? You know, we do them like 5 inches apart, let them cool. Do them like 5 inches apart, let them cool. You know, and then carefully grind them off because you can make it too hot with the grinder. You know what I mean? You can warp the panel with the grinder. So you got to just same thing, grind a little weight. But that thing is, it's solid enough. I want more weld on there before we cut the top. But we have it welded on both sides like that. The doors on both sides. I'm not so worried about the body twisting, although we're going to have to keep track of it, you know.
Yeah.
But it'll be okay. Oh, well, that's the tolerance over and above the regular gap. The regular gap. Hey, we're doing it. We said we were going to do it, and here we are. We're doing it.
Wait till we blow their mind and put the turbo on it.
Now, the turbo's going on yours, is it? So was the Holden, Commodore, and Chimera. Is that how you pronounce that? Chimera. What's a Chimera? In 78 and 82. There's a car. Wow. Well, we do the same thing on the other side and then get some more welds. And then we'll mark the top. And then we'll take a deep breath. Start cutting. And then we'll cut back into the Dutchman panel, leave a lot of that Dutchman panel attached to the window and the top so we can move it forward, and then we can trim it where we want it later if we decide to use the back of that top, which we very well may do that. Or put a piece of flat glass in like they did in Australia. I don't know yet. We'll have to see how that is. Another thing about moving the top forward, well, it'll make it easier in some ways. And then we also have to cut stuff on the inside where back behind the back seat, we got to cut all that out of there enough that we can move the top around. Camaro was the Australian version of J car. Oh, that kind of J car, like a General Motors. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a small car. I think that's what you mean. What do you think, Kim?
It's going to be cool.
You're happy about this project?
I'm glad we're finally going to do it. You've been talking about it. Maybe we will, maybe we won't for all this time, and now we're...
Well, we had other projects. We had all those cars that we had.
I know.
All those cars that we moved around out there today. The van was running before. All the rest of them were dead cars, other than my van, and they all drove today, and drove pretty easily. You just start them up and.
Well, I mean, when you can get 5 or 6 going in one day, you're doing good. You're not really fighting them too hard if you can get that many going in one day.
Lester Saber says, better too big a gap than metal hitting metal. That's right. And that's something I learned from Bad Chad. Don't butt the metal up against each other. He leaves a little gap so the weld goes, so you don't end up with weld on top and then you grind it off and you got a crack again. There's a lot of people give Bad Chad a bunch of crap, but Bad Chad, I've learned a lot from him. And it'll be kind of my level of quality which might not be much different than Bad Chad's.
Can you tell he likes Bad Chad?
Well, the thing about Bad Chad is the guy, he doesn't hack stuff like what's his name did with the putting pole barn, a gallon of Bondo over a door handle.
That car was junk before.
I know, but
but
I'm not going to do that. But Bad Chad is not the kind of guy that welds little tiny stuff and hammers everything and makes sure it's perfect and never has to put a spot of Bondo on anything. You do that, I mean, that's great craftsmanship, but you're going to build one car in your whole life, you know? You know, Bad Chad gets a lot done, and I kind of like that, you know. You see, it was a rear drive B car in '78, front drive J car in '82, rear drive V car. I'm not sure what a V car is. So I will cut the lower joint of the C pillar straight line to the edge of the trunk and pull that out as a unit. Yeah, I agree with you. And then when we get it all where we want it, we'll cut that. You're talking about what, I don't know, we call it a Dutchman panel. I don't know what they call it down there. Maybe same thing. The panel that's between the front of the deck lid and the window, that's Dutchman panel. I'll probably leave just about all that on there and move it forward, and then trim that when we know where we want to trim it. Yeah, after removing the deck lid, yeah, of course. Buddy Carfon says, I like Bad Chad's wife. Did they get married? They were going to get married.
Jolene.
Yeah, they were going to get married forever. I don't know if did they? Yeah, who was it in here earlier asked me if I'm going to build something with my daughter. She's not my daughter. Oh, God. I guess the age difference about right. We're 21 years apart. Right? Yeah, we're 21. We're almost 22 years apart. We're 2 months short of 22 years apart. Maybe 3 months. 3 months? Yeah, we're 3 months. We're 21 years and 9 months apart. Wow. Me too, Buddy Carver, but she's got a lot to put up with. Who, Kim? She's got to put up with me.
No, Bad Chad's wife.
Bad Chad's wife. She's got to put up with him. He's a talented guy. What I really like about Bad Chad is he's not afraid to cut into anything. I don't like a lot of his vision of something. A lot of it I don't like, but he gets a lot done. And sometimes he does a car I really like the 58 Thunderbird that he shortened the top up, made it a 2-seat Thunderbird. I thought that turned out pretty good. I don't know how that turned out in the end, but I like it. I like the body style he did, the whatever his vision of that was. Although I don't want to be seen pushy, but I've recently seen how all that area is constructed. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but I'll read everything here. The only thing I don't like is when they get somebody in here is can't you just, and every one of their can't you just is like $8,000, you know. It's no, I can't adjust that.
No, can't adjust that.
But I can take a lot out. Like tonight, when
constructive criticism is well invited.
Tavo sent a picture that some kind of hackery with pictures, and he shortened the top way up, and he left the triangle window in it, and I didn't really like that, so he did it again, and he shortened it up a little bit more, and it looked really good. Although I think I might not go quite that short. I don't know, but I'm really open to doing that, and I hadn't even really thought about doing that prior to Tavo's pictures. And then somebody sent in the drawing, did the same thing, only it was a drawing, same exact thing. So those are good ideas. Kim's over there hammering on something already. Yeah, can't you just import an Aussie shell?
Yeah, exactly.
Can't you just put an Aussie Hemi in it? That's what I do. That's the one that gets me. I don't know. I shouldn't let it get me. by that second pick I sent, but slide it 3 or 4 inches back. Yeah, I'm not even sure I want to go 3 or 4 inches back. Maybe an inch, maybe 2. I don't know. That's where we'll get it in place, and I'll sit in it because before I weld on the top, I want to get the front seats out of there so we don't hurt them. But I want to leave the front seats in there while we're fitting it, so I can move around in there a little bit and see how that I make sure I'm not clobbering or driving around with my head resting on the glass. I want to make sure that's not going to happen. Mark Sauvé. Mark Sauvé sent the drawing. Then create a second drawing with the same idea Tavo had at the same time. Okay. Yeah. Both those really, really good constructive. I don't even call it criticisms. It's design ideas that were pretty good. Yeah, starting point, then adjust the suit, and then I'll probably do some final cuts, like you say, put a couple of tacks, and then go in there and I don't know. I got to get the seats out of there before we're welding though, because I don't want any burned holes in the. What you doing? You're getting a welding hood. What you doing, Kim?
I'm gonna try some stuff.
Okay. Can I ask you exactly what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I put a piece of metal in there, and I'm gonna tack from this side, and I'm gonna tack from that side.
I don't want. Why? That we don't want to do that. We want that weld to be thick in there. We want that gap. I know you think that gap needs to be gone, but we want that gap. Because then it makes a nice thick weld. We won't grind it off. You put the metal in there, you grind the weld off.
You're not gonna grind that piece.
I don't know why you want a piece of it.
Let me show you one and how it works. Let me show you how.
I asked a friend of mine, how do you come you get along so well with your wife? He goes, I let her have her way. She's gonna do this.
Ah, burn my self.
Yeah, the way you do that is you put a little bit on one side, a little bit on the other side, and attach them together. You know what I mean? And then get out of it before you overheat it. Did it attach?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get it on this side. Look what I did. Understand.
I guess. Yeah. You can do that. What kind of metal is that? Is it mild steel or is it chromoly? Okay.
But that's deep enough that when I grind, it's gonna be in
I
there.
don't really understand what it does, but okay, if you like it.
I think it's less weld. We're using less wire. You could put tons of bead weld in there if you want. I don't care.
I don't know. If you want to do that, it's just we got to do like little bit, not like what's this? I don't know what this is. This you just didn't finish it or what? This one right here.
It didn't go. I missed. I can't see.
Okay. Actually, I can see well enough to do that. Yeah, you gotta space them out and then let them cool or blow on it with air. And I don't want all that noise going. And then space them out, let it cool. Space them out, let it cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, and we probably this right here. We'll probably cut this across here so we leave most of this. But so when we put a sheet on here, we don't want to lose this, but we want to keep as much of this as we can to slide forward. You know what I mean? Well, we probably ought to draw a line and die grind it right there. And like Tavo says, bring it all the way back here and then keep this Dutchman panel.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can cut the Dutchman panel off later when we're when we're ready to fit it to the bed. Have you ever pulled chrome off around one of these windows?
Yeah.
This is rubber. You see, we got this that same thing on the other side. We're gonna want to fix that rust. But we can't really do it with that there.
But we can't do that until the doors, both doors are welded in.
Right. Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, and yeah, but I'm just kind of planning ahead. The cut should probably be even with this ridge right here, like that. So we're leaving this whole concave part, and then when we slide this forward, see, this is going to line up kind of funny. It's going to line up out here. See, this is out further than this, so we're going to have to figure out how to make that. But I'm probably sitting in there. You see what I mean there? Because if you take this, of course, we don't know. We're assuming these lines are parallel from one side to the other, but they may not be. But if we cut right across here, assuming they're parallel, and we move this forward, this top will line up out here, not lined up with this. So something will have to do something. Oh, we could just, yeah. Can't you just?
Right. The line that I feel that nobody really is clearly understanding that. See up at the top of the window, or up at
The drip rail?
the drip rail.
Okay.
Where the drip rail actually levels up, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let me
If we have to make some drip rail because it doesn't line up, we'll have to do that. And I can see where this is lower back here than that is.
yeah, but see where the drip rail. That's where it goes. What do you think? It's pretty level right there.
I'm not sure what you mean.
See, right here it's going up.
Oh, okay.
It's curving.
That's
the radius meets.
Well, no, it's further this way. It's probably there.
Okay. Now.
Yeah, it's not going to line up.
Well, no, what I'm saying is
The height's different.
not the height. The height is not too tough to fix. We could adjust the strip rail, right?
Right.
The radius you can't change that much.
Oh, I understand.
Okay, so from right here, just hold your finger there. I'll get a black marker. Just put a dab there, okay? Because Jack's gonna want to understand this. Okay, see where that dot is.
Yeah, I see where the dot is.
Okay, we got our tape measure.
Oh, you're going to see what the height difference
Okay.
is?
Now, from
That's
here,
not the dot. That's not the dot.
from here, right, to where this window goes, is 29 inches. So, where are you going to put this radius? Up there. Where's it going to go?
Oh.
Up to here, maybe?
No. It could be back to here because we just got to extend that. We'll just continue. We'll have to make a little piece of metal in there. I don't plan on I'm not going to put that much up there.
Well, how much are you going to, where are you going to end it?
If we end it here, I don't know. We're going to cut it with plenty. And we're going to overlap it. I'm going to sit in there and make sure my head doesn't hit the window. And that's what's going to make sure.
See, the other thing is, this line?
Yeah.
We can't really go any better than maybe here.
We might have to make some of that shit.
Well, what I'm saying, though, is if you go from here to where where this window hits the Dutchman panel, we'll say, conservatively, it's 27 inches. So if we go from here to 27 inches,
Too far back.
It's way too far back. I'm saying, using this is very elongated.
I know some people are saying turn it like that, then the window's gonna get tall.
And then the roof's going to be weird.
Well, and the other thing is we take that off and move it forward, and it isn't working out right. We use whatever we can, and we make a window frame that's flat and have a piece of flat glass cut.
I'm fine with all of that. I don't want to put too much stock in using this because I've messed with this.
I understand.
And it's kind of really wonky. It's kind of really wonky.
A lot of people in chat were suggesting that.
Yeah, Barry Cuda says, wouldn't vertical flat glass be best? I have the back of a cab from a Ranger, and I think it would go in there really nice.
Well, that might work. Is it flat? It's flat, isn't it? Or is it curved? Is it curved a little bit, or is it flat?
It's pretty flat.
See, if it's flat, we can make that pretty easily. If it's curved, we probably need to take the frame.
Oh, just cut the back of the cab off.
Cut the back of the cab.
Now, let's see. How wide does it need to be? We'll go inside dimension from the
at the top.
From the window to, let's say it's 4 feet. I'll go out there in the dark and measure and see how wide that window is and make sure.
Oh, like I said with this project,
We're flexible.
Nothing's set in stone. We are going to do this the best way it works out.
Okay, talk to the camera. I'm going to be right back.
Okay, let's see here. So, let's see. Now I'm back to the chat here. Oh, yeah, starting point, then adjust to suit for you. Okay, but Studio 4124. Studio. I'll call you Studio. What about Autumn Spooner Channel? I don't know what that is. These Canadians and Aussies drink the same Wayfarer water. Wayfarer is the name of the ute in Australia, I guess. Dean Stevenson, flitch it up with a larger area of weld each side of it. Flitch it up with a larger area of weld each side of it. I'm not sure about that. Towel buff. Cut the seat pillar a few inches ahead of the glass until the gap was sheet. Well, yeah, I just want to leave as much as we can there until I decide where I want it, and then we'll cut it. And we have sheet metal, so I'm not too worried about it.
The back of the cab of the Ranger is about 50 inches wide at the top.
And what is this?
Well, from the inside of the windows here, it was 48.
Oh, so it's bigger.
But the glass is not that wide. The cab is that
How
wide.
wide is the glass?
It's like 46 or something.
It might work. What holds it in? Is
And then
it glued in?
No, it's got a rubber seal.
Okay, that's good because you can cut the rubber seal and get it out. You can buy new rubber seals. And it's easy to make that kind of, it's not easy, but I mean, it's possible to make that kind of a thing to put a rubber seal in. So, okay, let's see here. Height is adjustable by the angle of the rear window. Yeah, but as you change that angle, that window's going to get long, and I'd rather not have it down in the bed, but I mean, that's a possibility, I guess. Wouldn't vertical flat glass be best? Well, then we got to have a piece of glass made if we can. Yeah, I've thought about that. And the ute, yeah, I don't know. I'll look at the pictures of the Australian ute. I don't know. Like I said, after we get everything cut and start sliding it forward, then we'll make those decisions. And I'm open to all of it. And I'm not going to say which is best until I've
the other thing is
tried everything.
I can go out in the daytime and make like a pattern off of that window, and we can sort of hold it up here. But once we get the roof off, that's really when we'll start really looking at what's going to look nice going back on there.
Very good. I assume you've seen photos of what VG Valiant Utes pillar and glass is like. Yeah, Tavo sent me a ton of pictures, and a lot of them have like original drawings with. And here, I'm going to pull up some of them he sent me. I gotta find that. Which one's this one? I guess I could use. These. Okay, I'm trying to get I got a lot of buttons to push because this is not my. We're not in the studio. We're not in the studio, so I've got to do some trickery here to get this stuff to come up the way I want it to come up. Okay, here's the pictures that Tavo sent me. Of 3 of them, different ones. Well, 2 of them are different, I guess. But I mean, we could do that, but I want to make sure that. See, I don't have the original seats up front like you do in Australia. I've got some bucket seats that are reclining, and I do like it reclined just slightly. So I want to make sure I'm not into the glass. But this would work well if we had a piece of flat glass, and we may out of that truck that she's got out there, or I don't know what it costs to have a piece of flat glass cut. We could just do a custom shape.
It's not even flat glass. It's a sliding window, truck window.
Oh, the truck window sliding. That might be nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So
it looks like authentic. It doesn't look hacked in
there. And yeah, so I don't know, and I don't really know if I like the shape of this window, this one here. I'd rather do it a little differently than that, but I don't know. Well, like I say, nothing's set in stone here.
Pablo says he just sent another picture to show what he's trying to explain.
Okay, let me see. I'm sorry, I gotta mess around with this to get to the email and everything.
You're fine.
I'm not paying. I'm looking like somewhere else, and I'm pissing around with something. I'm used to doing this in the studio quickly, and I'm not doing it quickly here.
Oh, he's saying fillet out just the rear window frame and lay it down. Yeah, that could maybe work. Go Google window.
I know what to do. I'm just trying to do it my way. I'm sorry. I want my full thing back there. Okay, so that Tavo just did that. Sent us a picture. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I'm definitely not going to cut it like that until we start fitting it, and then I might cut it like that. But I want to leave as much there until because that's quite a commitment to cut that, and then if you decide you don't like it, you got to put it back together, So I don't know. We'll see. That glass there will work well, in my opinion.
It's going to be really long. Like it's going to go deep into the bed.
Let's see. Also, I'd maybe consider cutting down the sail panel, applying that to where the door frame is, having a little back seat storage. Well, the thing is, the bed in this is pretty high, so there's going to be room back underneath the bed. When you tip a seat forward, there'll be a lot of room under there, like to put a jack in it. The spare probably won't go in and out of there, but you could probably put a couple of toolboxes and spare and stuff under there. So I'm sure we'll have that room, and that'll be back further than the glass is.
Good night, Mark. Thanks for coming in and sticking it out with us while we had trouble with the thing. But yeah, get some rest.
Yeah,
I hope your doggy is feeling better soon.
We had extreme streaming issues earlier, and it just, I don't know what was going on. It fixed itself, and it stayed fixed. So I don't know. I'm gonna blame YouTube.
I went outside and chased off those interdimensional.
You chased them off.
Yeah. Hoodlums.
See, very good. Actually, is the glass on a slight angle? I've never had a U. Well, let's go back to. Let's go back to the pictures I have. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. Nope, that's the wrong picture. That one will work. That shows the angle. You can see what the angle is there on the Australian one. I mean, it's good enough pictures to see that. Oh, radiator. Okay, Wendy, I asked Don what you want for Christmas. He said nothing. He got me a new radiator, and I said, "Are you going to get me?" I said, "What are you going to get me?" He said, "Nothing. I spent your money on it." What?
I'll read it.
Okay, because I'm struggling with
I
that.
asked Don, "What do you want for Christmas?" And he said, "Nothing. You got me the new radiator." And then I said, "What are you going to get me?" And he said, "Nothing. We already spent your money on the new radiator." And I said, "You're such an ass." But it was funny.
When I was a kid, there was this girl I like. You know how when you're like 5th grade or something, you get kind of a girlfriend that's not really a girlfriend yet. So I like this girl, and but she had a brother that was a couple of years older than her. So we were like in elementary school, and her brother liked electric trains, so he bought his mother a new engine for his electric train for Christmas. So she had a new engine to run on his electric trains. Same kind of thing. What about cutting the rear section out of Kim's 66 Dart? Yeah, right. Stevie says that angle looks good. Yeah, I kind of like that. I don't know. Like I said, we're not going to get too carried away. And then I kind of like the side view, like an El Camino, where it swoops a little bit more than this. This is really blocky looking, but and then you see the bed goes underneath the window some distance. So and the bed's pretty shallow. It's not a real deep bed, so there's still room under that bed from the inside of the cab. There's still storage room under that bed. So
the other thing is, see, the sail panel does not have to match the angle of the glass.
Well, right. It could be like an El Camino, where the sail panel comes way back, but the glass is recessed. Which is kind of what I had in mind to begin with. But now we're exploring all kinds of different ways of doing it. So I don't know.
It's going to take us a while to do all the cutting and fitting and prep work. Although we made good progress.
Oh yeah, we got a lot further than I thought we would. You got all the stuff out of there, and we got the door welded in, so it's solid.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got to do the other side, but that's okay. We'll do it. We'll cut out some little pieces of steel to go in where the door handles go after we're done with the after we're finished using the grounding part of it. Well, we'll have to have another ground to weld those in. But we use those magnets wherever they are to hold some little pieces in there. We'll weld up those door handle places instead of mudding them over with a gallon of Bondo, and we'll get that done. That's kind of finished work, but might as well do it while I'm there welding. And when we get the whole thing stabilized, then we'll start cutting this. Maybe before we weld the door on the other side, we should cut the stuff on the inside that's behind the back seat back. The back seat backs out, but we've got there's a piece of something in there we got to get out of the way and cut that structure, so we don't have to crawl in the windows to do it. So is there any adjustment for the back of the seat in a Valiant U? I don't think so. Yeah, and see these, because I got such short legs, I like to move the seat forward, but then the steering wheel's too close, so I like to recline the seat like a notch, so I'm comfortable, and I want to be able to do that in this. Carlos says, no, only flip forward to access the spare wheel. I thought the spare wheel was like where the bumper is, slides in there. I don't know. I'm not really worried about spare tire. I could throw a spare tire in the back of the bed if we're really going somewhere. My guess is this thing will run back and forth to the gas station or maybe up to the store. We might drive it down to Tony's to show him what we did with the car he gave us.
I mean, I would, once it's running, I would love to be able to take it out and take it to the show here and there. Or
Yeah, it would be fun. Yeah, sure. But I mean, it's not going to be like we run it over my son's house and on the East Coast, 650 miles. And then, then we do want a spare tire with us, If we get caught here, we come get another car and fix the tire, Seat hits the bulkhead before it runs out of track adjustment. Oh, yeah, and that doesn't bother me so much, but I do want I don't like to sit like bolt upright. I want a little bit of recline to it so that, and I don't want to be hitting my head on the window, or I don't even want the top of the seat hitting the window. So we may make the bed just a little bit shorter or the top just a little bit longer, but I don't want it so it looks funny, I don't know, Kim. We've been here, 3.5 hours?
Yeah, I think they've had enough.
I think we've got. You said you were going to cook something tonight.
Oh, maybe.
I'm thinking it's getting too late for that.
I don't know.
Okay.
I might still.
Okay, because we got that stuff sitting there. It's not going to last much longer. We're going to end up tossing that. It's been sitting out for stuff in the crock pot.
Oh yeah, that's going.
It's no good anymore.
No.
Okay.
It's mostly gone anyway.
It's been sitting out too.
No, I mean it's just gone. It's just the end of this.
Seat hits the bulk. Okay, you already read that. Mine has about an 8-inch parcel shelf between the seat and the glass. Oh, okay. Wendy says, I'm looking for a kitten. I want to get us. I had one in mind. Oh, probably, but someone got it before me. I was so mad, and it only had one eye. Oh, it was a one-eyed cat. It was
a Maine Coon.
Like the one that passed away way back.
Oh, well, the right kitty finds you.
There are so many cats, and I've had ones just, I don't know where you live. If you live in town or you live out in the country, I've seen videos. I'm thinking you probably live in town. But we're out in the country, and people dump animals because they don't want them. They just show up, and then they become our cat, We haven't had that happen in a while.
That's right. Buddy Carfano is reminding chat that it's high-end muscle cars for Tuesday. Poopy grams. Yeah, you said you wanted...
I don't remember that. What did I say?
You said not just the Chevys, the...
Not... Okay. High-end, not like Rolls-Royce. No, like Pontiac Buick, Olds, Cadillac, Mercury, Lincoln, Dodge DeSoto, Chrysler. AMC never did that. I guess they had the Ambassador. But, yeah, okay. So
upper class. That's right.
Yeah, just not the base Chevy, Ford, Plymouth. The next step up. Yeah, okay. Sure. And that would include GTOs, 442s, DeSoto Fire Domes or whatever they were called. Yeah, all that cool stuff.
Barracuda says, I got a pair of Jazz Pro stock bucket seats in my VH sedan. Maybe consider something like that and tilt them back by way of the seat mounts.
Oh, see, I have...
These seats are freaking huge.
These are nice. Bucket seats are out of a Chrysler product.
They're big.
But they're comfortable. They're really comfortable, and they adjust every which way. So I like sitting in that. I've been getting in and out of all these cars, and we hadn't moved this thing in a year. And when I got in there, I thought, oh, yeah, I remember this. I like this. It was, as soon as I sat in, it was like, oh, yeah, this is pretty nice. Yeah, I don't want to change those seats out. Might be too far forward, though. I don't know.
He likes to sit way back.
I like the seat forward, but because my legs are short, and if I put a seat back so my hands are comfortable, the steering wheel's not up like this. The steering wheel's in a normal position. I can't reach the pedals. So I like to slide the seat forward, kind of like a short person, then go back a notch on the recline, and I'm fine. So, I don't know. I'll sit in it until I fit in it, and we'll try the top, and then we'll get Kim in it, see if she fits in it okay. Although Kim tends to run the seat much further forward than I do, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. And then, and I don't know, because you got much taller legs, but you like the seat further forward. That seems odd to me, but that's where you're comfortable, and that's where I'm comfortable. So I do run the seat back further than she does, so that's where we'll see. But I will find the right kitten.
Yes, you will, Wendy.
Kittens just sort of come into your life.
You'll know when the right one picks you.
We went in a mall one time when my youngest son was real young. You know, he's like elementary school, and they went in a movie theater in the mall with some friends. So then I'm walking around the mall, because it was a kids movie. I didn't really want to watch it. And there's somebody there with a box of kittens giving them away. Well, you know what I did? I got one of the kittens. So went and got him from the movie theater. Went home with him and the kitten. So we had a cat for a long time. I had an Ambassador Brome 360 green vinyl top, Dana rear end, $300, and she went 123 miles an hour. Wow. Adjustable steering column, not on this one. But I will call her Spark Plug. My last cat was Power Glide, which I thought was a cool name for a cat. But Power Glide's gone. Dean Stevenson, we've got 3-pound cats now, Wendy. They chose us. But it's not the same for everyone. Get what suits you. I don't know, when they find you, it's kind of cool because they're kind of looking for a home, and you treat them nicely, and pretty soon they trust you, and pretty soon you're okay with them, and they're okay with you. Yeah. You'll find the right one. Okay, I think we're gonna end it for tonight. We'll be back Tuesday night in the not in the shop, in the studio, a little earlier. So
yeah, and I'm gonna start doing video documentation of this project.
Oh yeah, we got to do a short. As soon as we're done here, we'll do a quick short, and then we'll go home. You good with that?
Yep.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next